Good evening and welcome. Welcome to this special edition of our program here, Liberia First on GHT Talk. Tonight we play host to none other but the General ACAROUS Moses Gray, former representative, District Number 8, MONSTERRADO County. ACAROUS Gray will be responding to the raid at the CDC headquarters by the LIBERIA National Police, sanctioned by the government of Joseph Yuma Boakai. The government of Liberia National Police raid on the opposition CDC national headquarters. Tear gas, live bullets, deaths and injuries. Who was responsible? Reactions and responses. ACAROUS is going to help us dig deeper into all of those tonight right here. So don't go no further. Stay tuned. Invite someone, like the page, follow the page, and be my guest. Our team of panelists will also be on hand to help us navigate through this thought-provoking program this evening, this special edition. So sit back, relax, invite someone. Sit back, relax, invite someone, and like the page, follow the page. A very thought-provoking program here tonight. Again, we got a great show for all of us here tonight. So invite someone, like the page, follow the page, and be my guest.
Where you respond from? Former District 8 representative of MONSTERRADO County, a strong tower of the CDC, Moses ACAROUS Gray, making his way in the CDC party headquarters. Where you respond from? Former District 8 representative of MONSTERRADO County, a strong tower of the CDC, Moses ACAROUS Gray, making his way in the CDC party headquarters. Where you respond from? Former District 8 representative of MONSTERRADO County, a strong tower of the CDC, Moses ACAROUS Gray, making his way in the CDC party headquarters. We have where you respond from? Former District 8 representative of MONSTERRADO County, a strong tower of the CDC Moses ACAROUS Gray making his way in the CDC party.
If the son of DA came behind the headquarters of the city, that's what time that we don't control the people there. We are a political institution, we don't control the people that live in the village behind here. But the police cannot invade the headquarters of the city as abominable. I prefer death over life. If the son of DA came behind the headquarters of the city, that's what time that we don't control the people there. We are a political institution, we don't control the people that live in the village behind here. But the police cannot invade the headquarters of the city as abominable. I prefer death over life. Many of you are asking me why I can tell Brother Como. I defy him. I defy Brother Como as I speak to you. If they try, the police will break in rank and file. Many of you are asking me why I can tell Brother Como. I defy him. I defy Brother Como as I speak to you. If they try, the police will break in rank and file. They have control over the police. Not because we just have the son of DA came behind the headquarters of the city, that's what time that we don't control the people there. We are a political institution, we don't control the people that live in the village behind here. But the police cannot invade the headquarters of the city as abominable. I prefer death over life. Many of you are asking me why I can tell Brother Como. I defy him. I defy Brother Como as I speak to you. If they try, the police will break in rank and file. 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 If they try, the police will break in rank and file. If they try, the police will break in rank and file. If they try, the police will break in rank and file. If the son of DA came behind the headquarters of the city, that's what time that we don't control the people there. We are a political institution, we don't control the people that live in the village behind here. But the police cannot invade the headquarters of the city as abominable. I prefer death over life. Many of you are asking me why I can tell Brother Como. I defy him. I defy Brother Como as I speak to you. If they try, the police will break in rank and file. We can trust in the police.
That was ACAROUS Gray speaking to the media on a fateful day when the CDC headquarters was invaded. This is Jefferson Koji.
We want to say to you, on behalf of our party and its leadership, that the CDC, as an institution, has tried its best to consolidate and sustain and maintain this piece of our country. Mr. Walker is determined. He's determined with utter recklessness to destroy the hard-earned 21 years uninterrupted peace of our country. No ballot can show here in terms of credentials and action more than what the CDC have done over the period of time to sustain and maintain this peace. But be not mistaken that the CDC tolerance is not witnessed. We have come to say categorically clear that tomorrow there is an emergency meeting and we will declare to Bwaka. After our meeting, we will instruct our citizens in 2 dimensions to avail themselves so that Baka can murder them. So if Baka fail to murder them, they'll be instructed to protect themselves. I want to say to you that today, what transpired here, it will be the first and the last. We keep aligning so that the world can know, categorically clear that sedition means well for this country. 12 years in opposition, we maintain the peace. 6 years in government, we maintain the peace. It was only the United Party regime that people were murdered here. Want to say to the 102, we want to say to 102, you were successful 2 decades ago. You murdered our people right here. And today, Baka have rewarded you. We are aware that you have arms to protect yourself. But we avail ourselves to you very soon, so you can have an opportunity to kill more of us. We have been declared as public enemy to each and every citizen. Whatever you see, we are not comfortable with the police across our party headquarters. You understand there is a planned invasion tonight. Let the police be aware. We will sit here tonight. Let the police be aware. We will do everything in our means to have ourselves protected. Mr. Walker is protected.
Okay, folks, good evening to you and welcome. Momentarily, our guest will be with us. He's backstage in studio, but let's talk to our team of panelists and analysts here. This is a special edition, and of course, we are playing host to the Honorable General Gray, ACAROUS Moses Gray, will be our special guest on here tonight. First, let me say good evening to Rosalind Wenley. Miss Wenley from Switzerland, good evening to you. How you doing? Rosalind Wenley? Rosalind, you need to mute your video in the back.
Sorry, Mr. Gilman. How you doing? Hold on.
I'm good. How you doing?
Rosalind, you need to Yeah, sorry. I have access to the laptop to come on my phone, like I message
Rosalind,
you.
forget about that access there right now. You already on.
Okay, sorry.
So how you doing tonight? What do you expect to hear from the General ACAROUS Gray tonight?
Oh, I'm so grateful to be awake tonight for this show, to be able to listen to the Honorable ACAROUS Moses Gray.
Yeah.
And first and foremost, thank you, Mr. Gilmer, for having this show tonight on an emergency. And I want to say thank you to Mr. Gray for keeping up informed on the situation on our people in Liberia.
Right.
Mr. Honorable, we thank you for a job well done in keeping the peace for our country. So I'm just still in a state of shock since this thing occurred in the country. I'm busy following the story, the unfolding story. And I want to say thank you, Mr. Gray, and thanks for taking the opportunity to come on to give us the details of the activities in Liberia. Thank you, Mr. Gilman.
Thank you very much. Delano Tamasa is a senior analyst on this network. Tamasa, good evening to you. How you doing there?
Oh yeah, Honorable Chairman, the wise man, I'm doing great. I'm doing great. When I saw your memo came up Facebook that the honorable man was coming to throw some light as to the happenings back home. But thank God I'm home today, so that'll be great. And so honored to be here to interact with my former Secretary General of the CDC, the former chairperson on the executive at the legislature, I think he has the credentials to come here. Someone that have been there for so long, both from the party angle and to the national leadership of our country. I think it is very important that he's here today. I think it's a great opportunity for all of us, those that are in the diaspora, to listen to Honorable Gray as to the happening in Liberia. I think we are so honored and extremely grateful, Honorable Chairman, to be part of this great impromptu, I may say, or special edition of the Judah Hot Talk. So thank you so much.
Welcome. Thank you very much, folks. If you just joined us here, we are coming to you from Detroit, Michigan. And of course, our special guest on here tonight is the General Moses ACAROUS Gray. He will be talking to us about the unprovoked attack on the CDC headquarters, and of course, uh, what happened there and what to expect. The responses, uh, were there any casualties, injuries? What about those 16 people that were uh, uh, arrested by the government? What is their fate? Because we are getting information that those folks were denied bail despite their alleged offenses are bailable. So the General ACAROUS Gray gonna talk to us here tonight about all of those happening. Okay. Without much ado, let's bring in Moses ACAROUS Gray out of Monrovia tonight. General,
Yeah, Mr. Gilman.
welcome. How you doing?
Delano.
Yeah.
Wow.
The
Delano.
general.
Yeah, my man, you're getting gray a little bit like me.
Yeah.
You're on a grade, a political grade, General.
I mean, I read gray. Oh.
Hey, the great leader.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Good to see you, sir.
My man, Mr. Gilman, you just hooked me up, my man. But I'll be up tonight.
yeah, I
I know
know.
I try to fix my lady in my kitchen, so I had decided to do it from the kitchen. Delano,
Absolutely.
you are invited to share a supper with me tonight. And why
The great.
Roseland? Roseland,
Yes, General.
how are you? How's Europe?
You're yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We hope that we can have a great show tonight.
No doubt, no doubt.
No doubt.
Yeah,
No
no doubt.
doubt.
And we are happy to have you again. This is not the first time on here. Uh and of course our desire to bring you on tonight it's predicated on the fact that people are just not honest about information dissemination. You were invited to Spoon, and at the last minute, you were let down because the Minister of Disinformation, Jerolimic Pierre, was on there misinforming the Liberian people, and they didn't want you to go there to set up the checkpoints and carry on the necessary corrections. So here you are tonight. Let's hear from you.
Mr. Gideon, basically, I mean, I want to be a little bit careful with my voice, but
Right,
yeah, let me appreciate the fact of the matter that the news is hot and you need the news. The people of Liberia deserve and need the news.
right,
I, yes, the Spoon family called me and told me lately that the war I've been running late. So because of that, I mean, I couldn't appear. And I respect that. I mean, as a man who is friendly with the media, I respect that for any reason they may have had. It's their reason. They made that determination. It's just unfortunate that they call me at a point in time where I should have appeared at that moment. They call me like 10 minutes late into my appearance time. But the message is the message, you know, wheresoever we appear, the message will go. As I speak to you now, I can tell you fairly and frankly that the government, propaganda arm, they are very much glued to this program. So, you know, our responsibility is to ensure that we do what we can do.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I would just love for you to give me just a minute and I'll be right back. Just a minute.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Let's welcome another senior analyst, Brother Connor, Abraham V. Connor out of New Jersey. Brother Connor, good evening to you. How you doing?
Good evening, my brother. Good evening to Honorable Gray, and good evening to my dear sister Rosalie, and of course the great Delano. And good evening to our listening audience and the Liberian at large.
Right.
It's great to be here, and let me take this opportunity again to extend my greatest gratitude to the General for his resilience in and out of the legislative branch of government. And yesterday, he keep fighting on and soldiering on.
He's soldiering on.
Yeah.
Let me say thank you, and it's great to be here with him tonight. And I know it's going to be an insightful discussion to at least to allay some fears, as well as keeping our people informed. But it's great to be here. General Gray,
Absolutely.
it's great to see you again tonight.
Right. No doubt about that.
My biggest nephew.
Greetings, brother. Greetings, brother.
Yeah, but
Long time.
Yeah.
I know, Rosalie, it's great to see you, hear from you again.
He took a
Yeah.
break. He's gonna be right back. His camera is still on with us here.
Okay.
But Tamasa, you follow the events from the party headquarters. I mean, since Thursday morning, what has been your own findings and takeaways from what happened?
Yeah, Mr. Gilmore. The first thing I was shocked. I think it was around 3 in the morning when I received a call
Yeah.
from some of our supporters, especially from the youth league angle.
Yeah.
And then they informed me that yes, police were at the back of the CDC headquarters, but they don't know what is happening. But they are saying that they want to enter the CDC headquarters. So I said, but what is going on?
Right.
Is that any planned protest? No. But what is going on? They said they don't know. But this is from my funding. When you have a leadership and the atmosphere of that leadership that will come and take over,
Yeah.
that particular atmosphere has the tendency to engulf the entire territory. If you realize the CDC leadership at the time under President Weah, you'll see one of the spiritual atmosphere that you witnessed, it was forgiveness, tolerance, and for people to have their free will.
The free will.
And when you see the Bwaka coming in, the first thing as the Bwaka administration are coming in, blood was wasting, people were murdered for the power, and he entered this leadership with that kind of spirit of vindictiveness. They have overshadowed the entire country. They believe squarely this have nothing else, but they really believe that the CDC is the only political institution that will be able to stand the tough years of time to challenge the status quo.
Right.
So in their mind, they think that they can orchestrate everything to bring down the CDC under its bending knee, and which of course they are getting it there wrong. They were just a planned attack on the CDC.
Mhm.
They did it in a way to tarnish the CDC reputation, but they couldn't make it. It has backfired on them. And this will continue. And it is good that today we have men and women on the ground. Thank God that the former Secretary General is here. Thank God that the men that play a leading role in the party and also in governance, both the legislature, is present. But this whole thing was just an orchestrated attempt to undermine the CDC. And that was all about it. And that's why they intruded the CDC headquarters to do this. This was just an attack on the CDC. There are no if and end that they have any legitimate reason to enter that particular headquarters of the CDC.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you
They
very
have
much.
no reason. But
Thank you very much. Our guest is back, the general. So, General Gray.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you for the
Yeah,
patience. You know, I'm multitasking at this moment.
absolutely,
So
absolutely.
yeah. So
But give
again,
us an insight about
let me first begin by saying
yeah.
that the Mighty Congress for Democratic Change,
So
I it's not just a party of courage.
Yeah.
It's a party of men and women who are prepared to put their lives on the line to defend the existence of the CDC. Once President Boyka has told few lawmakers that his mission is to dismantle the mighty Congress for Democratic Change vis-a-vis the Coalition for Democratic Change,
right,
it presupposes that Boyka himself will be put under the greatest democratic, constitutional, political pressure. We're not shy away from that. We are very clear that we apply every legal means as a party, just oppose by just every constitutional political means
right,
to ensure that the CDC survives. So let the message go clear as my introductory statement. And when I said that I prefer death over life at a critical juncture, it was to ensure that the perimeter of the mighty coalition for democratic change is headquartered, is protected even with our blood, our sweat, and our tears. And every citizens have that responsibility to ensure that the party is protected. The image of the institution is protected, and a greater mistake that the Breaker-led administration will make is to sustain what they have started with the hope of dismantling the CDC. We are
right.
resolved and we are a resilient group of people ready and prepared to take the battle, that political battle, to the doorsteps of the president and the Unity Party. Our responsibility as a party, the biggest party in numerical strength. Unity Party is not a big party. They only constructed the kind of coalition to help them to separate us with 17,000 votes. Our responsibility as a party is to protect the peace and stability of this country. And in so doing, it does not presuppose we will be weak. The unprovoked and unwarranted attack on the headquarters of the CDC, August 5th and August 22, respectively, where there was a show of force on August 5th by state security forces who marched along the party headquarters and attempted to enter into the headquarters of the CDC and create a military psychological warfare on the CDC. Then they came back again under the canopy of searching the communities at the back of the headquarters. Let me say this to you. Speak to the community dwellers. Speak to every one of them. Who did the DAA arrest or the police arrest? Which homes did it search? Why did the DEA officers, along with state security forces, broke by 3 to 4 a.m. on the grounds of the headquarters from the back and shot into the grounds of the headquarters? It's not only seditions that are saying that were on the headquarters ground, but also community dwellers are saying that. The state security apparatus have never said that they were in hot pursuit. The state security apparatus have consistently said that there have been no warrant to search the headquarters of the CDC for any reason. So what were they doing on the headquarters of the CDC shooting at that moment? After they left the headquarters of the CDC, between 4 to 5 a.m. that morning, a police vehicle, a PSU police vehicle, were parking in front of the headquarters at that night. There were
Right.
2 separate attacks at that night. They shot in front of the headquarters of the CDC, and there's a video evidence that I posted on my wall from one of the ladies that were there who were shouting. Are you getting me?
Yeah, sorry,
Yes.
sorry. It was a background.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lady who was shouting that is on my Facebook page. They are shooting. They have come again. This is the police.
Right.
After they had shot initially on the grounds of the headquarters, they broke. State security forces attempted to quarantine the entire headquarters of the CDC, blocked the main entrance of the CDC indiscriminately, started firing tear gas at the headquarters of the CDC.
Right.
Let me appreciate it, and I have had no regret. The less than 40 to 30 revolutionary seditions who stood on the party grounds, men and women in a garden posture, who defended the headquarters of the CDC to disallow the police from entering and looting the headquarters of the CDC. Though they enter into the grounds of the headquarters of the CDC about 12 to 8 feet, and you can see that video, you can put that video, I guess you got it. They enter, but those garden men and women of the CDC stood up and defended the headquarters. I
They
saw
did.
them trying to play on their low. CDC people are violent, CDC people are thugs. In this election, there's no record of seditions wounding unity partisans. But there are public records where Tamba was killed in Lofa and the body was flogged by Unity Party, the dead body.
Yeah.
There is some evidence of Unity partisans in Oro. Some of them work in the current government, who take picture with Joseph Boykai, who wounded Joshua. They beat him,
They beat Joshua.
they
Yeah.
wounded him, and Joshua death or the bleeding, he died of the bleeding. There are public records. I will say this to you and say this emphatically, that when the speaker arrived at the headquarters of the CDC, the situation was very tense. The police were firing tear gas.
Yes.
So the resistance from the entrance of the headquarters, had these guys opened up, the police were marching and murdering them. Not that they disrespected the speaker, no. They saw that the speaker was in harm's way. And they knew that once they opened up, the police would have used the occasion and even probably shoot at the very speaker and how he executed. So the speaker could not enter while state security forces were firing tear gas. And maybe you don't know, the speaker had gone to the headquarters of the CDC to also say to the police that I know you are under instruction to shoot at the headquarters of the CDC. So I'm going into it for you to fire all of us and kill us. But before the speaker got there, it was late. The police had started firing tear gas. They fired over 500 and some more tear gas, including hand grenade and live bullets. Over 500 in our possession. The shells are all in our possession.
Right.
The president, through a National Executive Committee meeting, we agreed that the president will write an official communication to ECOWAS and international partners, cataloging the incident that occurred with pictorial evidence, and telling them that we believe in the protection of the peace and stability of the country, and not only that the CDC will resolve to its right to defend itself where necessary. The communication is very clear. It is our hope that our international partners will intervene, and I can tell you that we have received some responses from them. Most likely, some of them could be in Monrovia very soon, but I can guarantee you, and I can guarantee the Liberian people under my voice today, that what transpired at the headquarters of the CDC will be the last. You know, when I listen to the LDA boss, the OARC, the officer in charge, he had come with a lot of contradiction because he himself has said that the warrant that they received the warrant from the court in West Point that has no jurisdiction. And for you to allow your agents to move in with a search warrant, a warrant that does not have a court that does not have jurisdiction over another terrain, and that warrant has not been approved by the sitting judge of the jurisdiction to move in, to allow your agents to move in, it means
Right.
the DEA boss should take responsibility. Its warrant is dismissal. At every point in time before the agents are instructed, it means the LDEA boss or the officer in charge should know exactly what are the legal implications and to hear him fully whether the warrant was legal, whether the jurisdiction, the judge that had the jurisdiction over the area, whether he signed or he approved it. He said he cannot say. How can the LDA boss be talking about he cannot say? How can the LDA boss be talking about he doesn't know? The question that the world has been asking and many people, why the CDC headquarters? Why police fire tear gas at the CDC headquarters? The police herself had never said that they had a warrant to enter the headquarters of the CDC. The LDA is on record for saying they had no warrant to enter the headquarters of the CDC. They went at the back of the place. But there are eyewitnesses who said that they were armed to the teeth. And they are denying that they were not armed. Do you believe that? Do you believe? Listen to the LDA ORC is saying, and it's a mockery. He's saying that they are not instructed now to carry arms. So you're going to race somewhere 4 a.m. in the morning, 3 to 4, and you go there with all arms, and you just want to rape people and not calculating the strength of the people at the back of the headquarters of the CDC, and you're going to search and you don't carry arms, and you're saying they never have arms. That's the first lie. That's the first lie. Sometimes it's so pathetic that Boyka, whose legitimacy is questionable, by the vote that divides us. Because legitimacy is acceptance by the people. The
Right.
acceptance by the people is not in the majority. That acceptance is a limited majority. And that acceptance, that legitimacy is a questionable legitimacy. And for Boyka not to understand, and the Unity Party not to understand the questionable legitimacy of the administration and think they can brutalize people, and their officials and partisans will make mockery. And a Badak minister, you know, the minister, the spokesperson for the government during the Gulf War in Iraq, Saddam Hussein, he was foreign minister also. He was one chemical Ali.
Baghdad Bob.
Yeah, Baghdad Bob.
Yeah.
That guy was lying. The Americans were in Badak. They had entered the capital city. Saddam had escaped. He was still giving hope to the Republican guys on the front line. What do I mean by this? Liberia now has a Badak information minister who doesn't just lie about everything,
Mm-hmm.
but the Badak information minister is not even fully aware that state security forces are not satisfied of the actions and the instructions given to them. I can tell you, Mr. Gaiman, do you know that the police ran all the tear gas and they had to get reinforced?
They did.
Do you know that not sufficient tear gas in the country as I speak to you now?
They used everything
Do you think that the police has the capacity when there's a protest across the country or peaceful assembling across the country? In every capital city, that's the 15th political subdivision of the country. Do you think the police has the numerical strength and the capacity?
Is that why they move
Do
quite
you know that the army,
significant?
the strength of the army of the Republic of Liberia is limited in terms of number? Do you think they can secure this country? That's the hand grenade I'm talking about. It's written on the hand grenade.
Yeah, hand grenade.
Read it.
Yeah,
It's written on it. And the synagogues, you see down there, the synagogues are what are they on the edge? Look at the synagogues that are on the edge there.
yeah.
Okay, because they have everything right in front of me. The synagogues down there, you see, that's the synagogues are what are they? Okay, and people are saying it's manufactured. Are they serious?
What about
Okay,
this picture? This
look,
this lady was crying that she's pregnant.
this is not only a disgrace to womanhood. Where were those ladies who came crying and say, "You're my children, and you're this"? You know, the people were sleeping outside and will build shelter for them.
Yeah,
You know, on a boycott administration, Unity Party administration, women used to be on a tapoli. You know, we build shelter for them.
yeah. At the
You know
Invincible Park.
that banking who came and got there in front of our headquarters and were talking that went to the Independent Day oration. You remember that her grandfather, Charles D.B. King,
Yeah.
the man who hosted the most rigged election in the history of the world, it went into the Guinness Book of Record. The
Mm-hmm.
man who sold our land 99 years to Firestone. The guys who ordered the execution of chiefs that resisted central government. You know how many chiefs were brought to Liberia and they killed them?
Wow.
Okay, yes, they have a Creole and Yoruba history, the King's family. That lady grandfather took Liberians, especially the Crews and the Grobos, they took them into captivity and forced labor and slave trade into Equatorial Guinea called Fenadopo.
Fernando Poe, yeah.
Okay, because of that, her grandfather had to resign as president of the Republic of Liberia. She holds that grudge against the cruel people of the country. She thinks that because of them, she thought they are subhuman. That inhuman treatment that was
You know,
today,
ACAROUS
today,
Gray,
if you go to Equatorial Guinea,
General,
wait, before you
when,
come in, Guinea.
yeah,
Today, if you go to Equatorial Guinea to Fenadopo, there are Liberians that are still there that was sent into captivity.
right.
Even when slave trades were being abolished. Okay, this woman, grandfather, enslaved our people. She helped the indigenous community. I've dealt with her. I know her very well, extremely well. She's not only cantankerous and arrogant, but she believed in the slave mentality of the country. And she holds grudge against the cruel people and think that President, we are ancestors, resisted the central administration, resisted their government. So she holds that malice, sacrosanct, even if she will go to the grave for that. These are the people who intend to run the governance process of the country and debate. Joseph Boakai will plunge this country into chaos if care is not taken. Our responsibility is to serve as a panacea to ensure that the state is protected, to ensure that the stability of the country is very important. That's our job. So when one Badak information minister comes on air who ran from this country like one little girl being charged to the time and lied that they wanted to kill him and was seeking political asylum in the United States of America and was denied and stayed in Ghana the longest just to come back to seek job. A guy who ran out of this country, who lied about everything, who sat in America and put in for political asylum, and wrote some of the deadliest propaganda against the CDC administration. That the
Right.
men were talking about protest action. You know, protests when Joseph Burger endorsed protests, and the people have five coal pots in the yard of the Capitol building in
Of the
front of the
capital.
executive mansion.
Yeah.
Coal pots. When they call for the resignation of President William and the government should step down, and you're talking about protests to scare investors, you don't know that, and you send the police while your president was talking to investors in the diaspora,
Mm-hmm.
what the boycott bring to Liberia? is of blood.
What an irony.
Every time President Boyka leaves this country, he goes, he spends more money than what he brings to the country.
Right.
Yeah.
The government is using unnecessary diversionary tactics. Attack the CDC, start the issue of witch hunt against the masses of seditionists who are in government, who are civil servants, use illegal civil servant standing order that was issued by an executive order in 2012 that is dead in creation and that should not be effective. Use that against them. Use portion of the code of conduct and don't send them to the ombudsman, violating the laws of the country. Wait on them. They've come to realize, you'll be shocked, that there is, up to now, there's no grand jury and there has been no indictment of the people that were arrested. The government is still looking for pieces of evidence up to now, to this moment. Those who were arrested, alleged people that they say stole money or corrupt, they have not been indicted. There's no set of indictment against them as I speak to you. They were
Right.
only arrested. The grand jury has not been established to indict them. So you can see that it's a pure witch hunt against them. The government does not have evidence. They will defeat the government at the court level. I can tell you that. That's why we ask them, go to court. We'll respect the court. We'll walk to the court. They are running behind people. Every former official of the citizen-led government is now a target. Let me tell you this before you come in, Delano and the host. There is a plan by the Unity Party-led administration security apparatus. We've gotten the full information. Initially, they had a plan to illegally search President Weah's house. In an open defiance move, they got afraid and they panicked.
Right.
Now,
Yeah.
there is a plan to plant drugs and weapons at the headquarters of the
Of the
CDC
CDC, correct.
and also top-level government officials, former government officials, and those of us who are executive and opinion leaders of the CDC, that they will have a search warrant, search and seizure, with the hope that those planted drugs and guns, midnight, they could drop a gun in your fence, or they could drop drugs over the fence and chunk it into it before daybreak.
Yep.
They move onto you. That is
Right.
strategy. Like they used
General,
to do in
one
the
quick
past where they
second.
will cut someone head.
One quick
Mr.
second,
Kimmel?
General.
Yeah.
One quick second. Hey, folks, if you just joined us here for the very first time, on this platform, we don't utter insults to anybody, not to our guests, not to people you interact with. If you do, we will block you. If you want to follow the conversation or be a part of this network conversations today and in the future, you have to watch what you write, what you say on here. This is not one of those platforms that entertain numbers or insults. Okay? We are not here for numbers. We are here to share information between you and me. That's two people. You and me, that two people. If 10 million people come, that's fine. But we're not here for the numbers. We are here for information dissemination. So if you lash insults at anybody here, we will block you. All right. I see you say that free speech,
Mis-
but
Mr.
people free
Gimme,
speech, they got dismissed for their free speech
Mr.
in the
Gimme,
government that guarantee free speech. Go ahead, General.
Mr. Gimme, just for the sake of today, Mr. Gimme, I know why I'm saying
Yeah.
this. I would love to appeal to you and Delano. That day insult, Mr. Gimme, just for today.
Uh-huh.
Please, Mr. Gimme, I beg the indulgence of the entire panelists. Mr. Gimme, please allow them to insult me. Mr. Gimme, I beg your indulgence. Mr. Gimme, the guys are the most intolerant group of people.
Very.
Mr. Gimme, they hate criticism. They don't have the political and intellectual capacity to engage an ACAROUS way.
No.
They will run. Mr. Gimme, I beat my chest and knock my chest. Mr. Gimme, there is no one in the propaganda arm of the government that has the capacity to face engage me. I'm talking about the top level people. I'm not talking about deputy minister, assistant. I'm speaking about ministers proper. None of them have the capacity. Not even a single member of the Unity Party, the current composition of the Unity Party, that is the caucus. They are all trained soldiers and comrades when it comes to discussing important national issues.
Right.
What they do is that they send the cadres, the innocent sons and daughters of the Unity Party that cannot even have food to eat.
The unsophisticated ones.
Yes, they send them on Facebook to raise barrage of insult against ACAROUS grade. They don't have the capacity. So, Mr. Gimen, leave them. Incapacitated gangsters cannot do anything to me. My skin is thick.
No doubt.
My entire family, everybody knows this is ACAROUS grade. This is my way of life. But let's go to the exigency of the issue, Delano. Don't leave those little boys. Those are the creatures. I deal with the creators and not the creatures. They're the creatures
The
inside.
general.
Yeah. That is General Green. I'm not talking about one little boy here. Yeah. I've been in the lion deck and survived.
Yeah.
Okay, it's like Daniel. I've been in the lion den. I've been put in the furnace of fire, the treasure mission and the bending goal, and I came up with all a point. So don't forget about the creatures. I will deal with the creators. Let me start with this, Mr. Gaiman. The strategy is to plant jokes and weapons.
Mm.
You remember in 2011, the Unity Party on November 7th
Yeah.
shot at the headquarters of the CDC. The police director went on air and said seditions were shooting back.
Yes.
They shot at the police, so they responded. The
Yes.
investigation showed contrary. In 2005, they moved on the headquarters of the CDC on a Sunday where there was a musical jamboree,
Yeah.
and they broke the leg of a sedition from Rototan, the fire that day. Now, the strategy again is to say citizens have guns at the headquarters, to bury guns, or to throw arms into the headquarters of the citizens and jobs. Before daybreak, by 6 to 7 o'clock, the police will move in. That's why they want to do the government official. Those are all tactics by the NBR. Those days, they will cut someone here, kill the person, and chunk the person in the head of the person in the major opposition yard. When daybreak, government arrest you. They say the major opposition is arrested for boyo.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
kill someone in your yard. So these are the strategies that take arm and chunk it over ACAROUS great fence. Let's take Josh, throw it over ACAROUS great fence. Before daybreak, we'll move on him with a writ, such concession. Then we'll induct ACAROUS grade. In December of 2011, on a Friday, let me repeat, December of 2011 on a Friday, state security forces moved on me. I walked to them from the CDC headquarters after I succeeded in bringing my vehicle at the entrance of the CDC headquarters. At JRO gas station is the most notorious site by state security forces to launch a bloody attack on the CDC. Every time you see them at that JRO gas station near the CDC headquarters, this is the fourth time. It means they are prepared to invade the headquarters of the CDC.
Right.
I surrounded, they arrested me, they took me to jail.
Yeah.
December 23rd, on a Friday, 2011. Saturday, after 5 p.m., that no court had ever opened in Liberia, they paraded me, having charged officially over 11 counts that include treason. That one of the overture the government will have brought chuck load of arm and ammunition in Duporo. Me and Bobake Molu announced on some of that notorious radio station. They created a scene. Not only that, Saturday, the 24th of December 2011, they came and said I was caught with gun and drugs in my vehicle.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yes. I will never forget about that day. I was tortured in police cell and butt naked. on Friday, December 23rd, 2011. Saturday, they took me to court after 5 o'clock. Only my lawyers could enter Serena Seaforth.
This video, I'm gonna be playing it. You're gonna be talking. This video
Yes.
is 2 weeks old.
But
Heavily
just wait before.
armed
Yes.
police
Listen,
riot
I just trying
squad.
to tell you the tactics.
Yeah. Go
Just
ahead.
look at
They're
the
gonna be playing
tactics.
in the background, no sound on it.
Yeah. Okay. The tactics are very clear. Lad on ACAROUS Gray, at the end of the day, they couldn't bring the gun and drugs to the court. The pressure from the CDC and international partners. I was released on Sunday on Christmas Day, 2011. They want to repeat the same tactics. Mind you, Greg McCormick was in the police by then.
Yep.
The current 102 was the senior operative who led people on the headquarters of the CDC in 2011. It's in the police today again. The hierarchical structure of the police to a greater extent, and the operatives of the police that are using a black jeep at night, they were all in the police. So the Burkhardt administration strategy to dismantle the CDC as a central lawmaker is to ensure that they create clandestine operations against citizens, opinion leaders. The government has zero. I will tell you this. The government has no employment strategy. The government has no agricultural strategy. The current government has no developmental strategy. There is no signature project of the government after 8 months into government. Not only that, but the current government has failed in any attempt to begin addressing the bread and butter issue that they campaign on. They have failed all of that. When I heard the information minister saying, oh, my budget's small, you know that the budget CDC submitted, it's a blatant lie. Joseph Brecker recalled the budget and submitted a new budget
He
to the
did.
current composition of the legislature.
He did.
When I listened to the information minister saying that he had to renovate the office, he only got one car. All the ministers at the Ministry of Agency of Government, let me tell you this, maybe you don't know. When we inherited the government, the Ministry of Information had no vehicle. Every minister or administration renovated the various offices. They created a mess. They spoiled the country. For a Kofi Woods to sit and order the police to enter the headquarters of the CDC, that is abominable. The CDC headquarters will be defended by our life, our blood, and our sweat. And I can guarantee you, Mr. Gimen, that if care is not taken, Mr. Gimen, let me guarantee you, the police will break rank and file. Not every police officer is satisfied with the situation. Not even the AFL. You remember AFL when you got in the street?
Yes, they
And they
did.
could not control that. When he
No.
got in the street, they could not control that. We don't pray. Let me repeat. We don't pray at any point in time for any disaster or destruction in our country. We are all under obligation to protect the peace and stability of the country. But the Unity Party-led government is using diversionary tactics, and those hungry people who on Facebook say they are Unity Partisans, their life has not changed. They're still living in the slums and in the ghettos. They are the ones. Then when they're ready to say, oh, I can't grade and want UCDC people. And you know, this that. Who use who? 12 years. The country was under bad governance. Did they improve the livelihood of Liberians? We've gone over 8 months into the government now.
Absolutely.
Tell me the signature project. The one Josh Weah said, I will build a military hospital as a signature project. Show me Joseph Brecker's signature project. The signature project, they used $500,000 on police or kitchen tents. Where are they? They only did 2. That's the signature project. The signature project that will bring yellow machine. Where are the yellow machines? Davla.
Davla.
Are those the signature projects? The signature projects that to take people from tenure positions and bring your colleagues. You will be shocked. Go on my page, Mr. Gimme. They dismissed over 700 people that they claim were on supplementary listing
Supplementary, yeah, from the mansion.
for the mansion.
Yeah.
There's a new listing from Joseph Boyka administration or supplementary worker. They sit in the front, they sit in the doing. But the CSA, man, can't see that one.
No.
He blank. Do you know that Joseph Boyka's daughter, Brenda Boyka,
Yeah.
is on that list? I need to send it to you now so you can post it. Do you know that the son of Sylvester Grisby is on that list? And they are saying that they are protecting the code of conduct, Mr. Guinea. And they are saying, Mr. Guinea, that they are running after all the people who are supplementary workers, but bringing in their own people. They brought in cooks, they brought in caretakers, they brought in drivers, they brought in gardeners, they brought different group of people, and they pay them. I have the
Yeah.
payment. I have the payment. I have the letter approved by the Deputy Minister for Administration. Yet, if you don't call that witch hunt against seditions, to take them from jobs because you claim your own supplementary payroll and you bring another group of people on the same supplementary payroll, my brother, if you say that is not witch hunt, then I don't know what you are talking about. Because those people should be under the CSA. Telete test. Thus, in the Boyka-led administration has supplementary workers and many land ministries and agencies of government. See the way they disgrace that woman. See, look at that.
Yeah.
Look at that. That could be the mother of
And
some
she
of those
was
police
crying that
officers.
she's pregnant.
Yeah, that could be the daughter. And she's still being bars.
That's what. That's the thing I was coming to talk to you
She's
about.
still being bars. That is
Talk,
inhumane. Even after our lawyers went in.
yes, talk to us about how many persons were arrested and what is their fate conditions right now.
Over 11 persons were being arrested. We put together the League of Lawyers of CDC to go there. The bond was prepared, everything. But yet, they prepared a strategy to keep them in prison up to tomorrow. We are going there against. We are following every legal means.
We heard that there was a call from the executive to the judge not to grant bail.
We heard that also. We heard that also.
Yeah, yeah.
The executive has weaponized politically the judiciary branch of government. That is problematic. That's one of the concerns we've raised with our international partners. Look, let me say this to you. Boyka declared jobs a national emergency. How much they put in the budget for LDA? How much they put in the budget for rehabilitation? Since they appointed the committee is yet to report. But do you know that Boyka has 3 boys? Joe Boyka is not the oldest.
No.
A lot of people are not aware of this.
He has Amos Boyka and
Joe Boyka is not the oldest.
no,
Joe
he's
Boyka
not.
Jr. The oldest child even went to Cottington. Okay, maybe you don't know this. He saw juggies. 2 of his sons are juggies. 2. When he took power, he sent one to Lebanon to get rehabilitated. He will send his sons, his juggies children, out of the country to get rehabilitated for better treatment. While the young folks of Unity Party, some of them who are jockeys, are still living in the ghettos.
Yeah.
And they want to talk about ACAROUS grade. Oh, Jeremiah Kuncheren, all of the country going to school. He's the vice president of the Republic of Liberia. Then you want to talk about CDC officials? Oh, really? Where does Joseph Boyka go to take treatment? That not America? That in Liberia and take treatment? So what happened to JFK? It only fit for the master's children? And these people want to talk? These young folks, these disadvantaged people? Do you know what you're talking, Mr. Giman? Mr.
Right.
Giman, these people are misleading the young zealots of the Unity Party. They don't have time for them. Mr. Giman, I'm telling you this, Mr. Giman. My friends in the Unity Party are complaining that the government has been sold to those who did not believe in the Unity Party. The presidency has been engulfed by guys like Kofi Woods, by Mamaka Benete, by Grace Faith, all the guys who don't understand the historical struggle of the ordinary guys in the Unity
You
Party.
were talking about people who got their children abroad going to school. This is the Senate Pro Tem, Madam Yumli Kanga Lawrence, spending money in the thousands to attend the Democratic National Convention. Uh, and
Let me
she's a foreign person. She's high ranking official in the Liberian government. To participate at this level is against campaign laws in this country.
let me say this to you. Let me say this to you. You know, these people, they are brainless. The pro tem was invited by the National Democratic Institute for a program, not a political rally.
No,
Because the National Democratic Institute, the NDR, I've been to the state in 2012 of June for some of these same programs where we exchange ideas. They have workshops, they train lawmakers from different countries, third world countries.
that's
We
that's
talk about
that's
legislations.
that's a federal organization.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they are sponsored by the United States government. It's not a
Yes.
partisan-based entity.
No.
So the NDR, the National Democratic Institute, invited her. The program is over. She used the occasion. She never posted program from the NDR, the National Democratic Institute, but she used the occasion to go to a political rally of the Democratic Party. Someone claiming that she even get United States passport. So she may go there to vote. That's what I'm hearing.
Uh-huh.
But the thing about it is that the optics,
The optics.
that's what I said, is a diplomatic force pass. A diplomatic force pass. A diplomatic social blunder. You cannot. You have two parties competing, the Republicans and the Democrats. And a senior Liberian official who in rank to ascend to the presidency by law will go to one convention of one of the political institutions and post from there and create a pictorial view, a panoramic view of the area,
Yeah.
showing that I support these people, are endorsing them. It's not a good diplomatic move. It's not a good diplomatic move. You don't do that. Let the function for which she went for, she now using taxpayer money, but didn't say anything. The pro tem travel on taxpayer money. The reason for which the pro tem went for is over. She used her leisure now to go to political rallies. Use her official capacity as the pro tem of the Republic of Liberia going to a political rally in the United States of America. That's why I told you these people are brainless.
Right.
We don't know who are the advisors. These are people who claim that they know government. What government you know? What do you know about government? Okay? These are desperate national political hustlers. That's why they are there. They don't have any thought of what happens to the country. This could be a devastating blow to the country. You know,
Absolutely.
even DeLong was denied visa for going on this trip.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, he was denied visa.
Mm-hmm.
Because this is not a trip
They
of
are the
pleasantry.
traveling companions.
Yeah, that's not, yeah, everybody know that. No say before, so that open secret.
No,
You
but she
know?
herself, she made a Facebook page, a post that Dylan is a traveling companion. They were taught tire.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
one. Yeah, normally been hanging in the street before in Liberia. You know that. I mean, she's a glang glang girl. Yeah, I don't miss my watch. She used to be out there. They know that's a glang glang girl. Where
Glang,
I
glang,
live
glang.
today in District
Yeah.
9, the same room I in, that's the place normally used to be with Siri Ali. Okay? The
You
same
cooking?
apartment I'm renting today. Yes,
Yeah.
she have kids for Siri Ali.
She got two. Yeah, two.
Yeah, you know about
Yeah.
that. I glang get it.
Yeah.
So I can understand that part of her life. So she has not yet refined herself. Yeah. When you have certain position like the pro-tem of the country, of the Republic of Liberia,
Right.
you can still be acting as if to say that ghetto life from back MPFL day, or hanging or as a young girl. Oh, there's not a pleasantry position. There's a position of trust, credibility, morality, and integrity. You
Diplomacy.
cannot bring it, yeah, you cannot bring this position to public disrepute. Where you make yourself vulnerable, then you become susceptible to attacks. Yeah, you can't do that. We need to
Yeah.
talk to her. Okay, this is damaging to the image of the country. Very damaging. Okay, talking about somebody that my travel companion.
Yeah.
You don't respond like that, especially as a sitting pro tem of the Republic of Liberia. That office is a dignified office. That office is not for those who are hanging out in the street before.
No.
But let's go to the cross of the matter.
Let's go to the crux
Let's
of
go,
the matter.
let's go to the cross
Well,
of the matter.
right.
He has the security forces for firing into the grounds of CDC. See how they fire. See, as if to say it was a war zone. As if to say they were fighting Labrador versus another country. Or some group of rebels were fighting the police.
Right.
Yeah, the police started throwing rocks. They pick up stones. They threw stones. The police, look at the
They did.
video.
They did.
The police throwing stones. And what does it say about the police? Unprofessionalism, gangsterism, okay, thugs and hooligans. What does it say about some members of the police? I even went to talk to the police, and one of the police officers so arrogant. One of the guys, many of the other guys were professional, talking to me. And I was telling him, I said, you can't do nothing. You think if you move into fire another TEARGAS, and this riot broke up into street corners, round line, Douala, you ever to take care of Monrovia? Joseph Boyka, it's because of the CDC that has decided that after 2005 and 2011, that will not revert to Butu and Kample. We have to protect the peace and stability. Which African leaders? How many African leaders would do what President Weah did? It's 17,000 vote difference
Yeah.
to say let it go. That give it to them. And then you think you can intimidate him and harass him? Do you
General,
think you can do that?
let's bring the panelists on. Let them ask that one question or two questions, and then let's begin with Ms. Chapin from Australia. Ms. Chapin, you got a question?
Yeah. Good morning good morning here to me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no
morning to you.
problem.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Well,
Yeah. Hi to everybody, and thank you, Mr. Kimmer, and thank you, General, for coming on to share your perspective with us. My concern is the extent of solidarity we have with other opposition members. I really don't see it, but I just want to inquire if we are working towards that.
yeah. Basically, I before Alexander Cummings left the country, President Weah met him and had a conversation with him. The president has been frantically involved with put placing in calls. To different political leaders, different stake actors, and been having series of meetings. Okay, so that we can have a consolidated and combined opposition of the Republic of Liberia. So yes, we are in good conversation with many lead members of the opposition community. We are in good conversations with them. And we are also in conversation with some people in the Unity Party who are dissatisfied and think that the government is not proceeding properly. Yes, so we are in conversation. Appropriately, things will happen. But we ourselves decided that we reorientate, reorganize, and do a lot of things for the CDC and hold a lot of consultation after election. So there have been a lot of internal conversations ongoing. Even last night, I was on the line with CDC USA, people talking to them. Okay, so we're reaching out to reconsolidate at various levels. So yes, we are in conversation with political leaders across the country. Just yesterday, in fact, I spoke to Tewan Gonglu. Okay, Councillor Gonglu. I spoke to him. Okay, we spoke to other political leaders. So we're in different conversation with people. And some of them have come to condemn, come publicly to condemn what has occurred. Yes. And with the NPP, we are still in conversation with the NPP. In fact, Vice President Joel Howard Taylor is staying in all of our chat rooms and very proactive.
Maybe.
I know that the NTR broke away, but there were faction of the NTR that didn't see it that way, and that was the
Oh, yeah.
LP.
We stay in conversation
Still
with
on.
those people who were with us. Even the Liberty Party, the official Liberty Party chairman, Mr. Musa Belete, will stay in conversation with him. Okay, we have open conversation with him consistently. So yes, we are in conversation with too many persons.
Thank you, Ms. Chapin. Brother Connor, Abby.
Yeah, my brother.
Yeah,
Again,
welcome.
thanks for the expose, General Gray. Again, I know when I try to extend gratitude to you for the enormity of work that you guys are doing, being the foot soldiers on the ground, stay in and out of the legislative branch, and yes, say you are soldiering on, like I stated. Let me commend your effort for that. I mean, you lay the play-by-play description out with regards to what transpired. I think it was on Thursday, correct?
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
owing to that, you may understand that there were about, I think, 17 people or 16 arrested.
Over 11.
Come again?
Over 11
Over
persons.
11.
Okay, 11 people arrested. And you didn't state if they have been arraigned. Now, as per the law, by tomorrow, the legal arm of the CDC, meaning the lawyers, are they willing to file habeas corpus, rate of habeas corpus at the court to release these people? Because it requires that if a man is arrested, especially on civil matters, by 72 hours, that person should be arraigned. You cannot incarcerate them in perpetuity. With the legal arm, file a rate of habeas corpus at the court?
They are arraigned already. Okay. And
Okay.
what the issue had to do with the bond. But we received information that instructions have come from the executive mansion
Okay.
to hold them up to Monday. You know, the lawyers, those who are the lawyers, they know exactly some of the tactics they use. Okay. But we have called for an immediate unconditional release. So by tomorrow, we'll get very proactive along with our legal team. And I want to dispel one notion just because you asked that question.
Right.
Unity Party criminals created a kind of a Facebook post stating that I've called for a protest action tomorrow. No, we've not called for any protest action tomorrow. It's not factual.
Okay.
That's fake
Thank
news.
That was
That's
a
a
fake
fake
page.
post. Yeah, fake page, everything created
Right.
by the gangsters, those gangsters from Unity Party and the Badak information minister. You know, they don't have the calorie to face us. So they try to create elementary gossip that can be refuted. How can you go say someone call for a protest, the person still living, I got my page, everything I can refute? These are the kind of elementary tactics that they use. So no, the CDC, no me, none of us have called for a protest. Yeah, but tomorrow I'm optimistic that those people will be released. I'm very optimistic because we will
thank you
apply
very
every means to get them out. Yeah.
Thank you very much for that, Gray. I appreciate it, comrade.
Thank you.
And then just let me follow up
Yeah,
question
go
real
ahead.
quick
Follow up.
before
Yeah.
you go. Brother Gray, with regards to the CDC Legislative Caucus, I stand corrected, but I have not heard any formal condemnation from the office. I mean, from the office of the CDC Legislative Caucus, be it through the chairperson or any members of that Legislative Caucus, but rather individual lawmakers went on the scene. But since Thursday, I have not heard any formal condemnation and calling the government a book for such a barbaric behavior, if you may classify it that
No,
way.
basically, most of the lawmakers are on break.
Okay.
Okay, they should be going back to the legislature, I think, on Tuesday or Thursday, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
Many of them have gone to their very electoral district when this incident took place. So the few lawmakers who were in Monrovia publicly identified with the
Yes, of course.
partisans. In fact, our Chairman McGill, who is the chairman of the Legislative Caucus of the CDC,
Right.
publicly condemned the action and called for an unconditional release of the people.
Right.
He attended the National Executive Committee meeting along with the Speaker, okay, Safoko, those of them who are Abu Kamara,
Kamara,
and
right.
the lawmakers. Oh, yeah, the other lawmakers attended. They've been very proactive. In fact, we raised funding to give to the lawyers to ensure that our people are released. And we are very determined on that. So they were all involved. They are very proactive. I must actually commend that nature of proactiveness.
All
And
right.
what
Thank you.
we fought on for a stronger stance in the legislature by them.
No
Yeah,
doubt.
they've been doing
Officially, yeah.
extremely well. Yeah, we
Thank
asked
Thank
for a
you.
thank you,
stronger
General.
position. Yeah, but they are
Thanks,
doing well.
General.
Yeah,
And thanks.
the speaker, and the rest of the people have been doing well. Let me admit to you. Yes.
Okay.
Thank you
That's
very
great.
much for
Thank
that
you.
info. Before Tamasa, Miss Wenley, Rosalind Wenley, had to leave, but she's trending. She can't join us live. She asked a question. She said, "What is the state of the mind of President Weir as we wait on the response of the ECOWAS community?"
I can say this to you, and she asked a very brilliant question.
Right.
The president is very calm as usual. The president believes, like every members of the National Executive Committee, that we have a responsibility to protect the peace and stability, but not at the detriment and abuse of the law. He's very rigid and clear about that. He stated that,
Right.
in fact, in his communication, that we apply every constitutional means in the scope of the law. Okay? We wrote our partners because we also want to put these international people on record so that tomorrow when the CDC decide to apply other constitutional means in the scope of the law, they will not be taken by surprise. Our action is not to degenerate the state into chaos.
Right.
Our action is to ensure, or future actions will be to ensure that the government will do the right thing and the government will not violate the laws of the Republic of Liberia and use those violations against us. No, it's the right of Liberian citizens to stand up against violations. The Constitution provides for that. So yes, we are dealing with a situation in the mind of the president to deal with it legally to our lawyers, to ranking members of the diplomatic cycle, and at the same time dealing with it constitutionally and politically. Yes, you saw the president robust press statement that he made. He was very clear that Burka will be resisted, and yes, he will be resisted strongly. The president is on public record for that will resist Joseph Burka. Without shot away. What we are doing is to exhaust every diplomatic and legal means. And subsequently, the CDC will decide the next course of action that will be publicly announced. We don't operate in coverts. We operate in overts. So any action that the CDC want to take in the near future, any moment from now, after we shall have exhausted all other means, it will be communicated to the public. We'll not be guessing. We'll
No.
communicate that officially to the public. If it means that we're peacefully assembled across the country, we will communicate that. And we'll use the Constitution to do what we do. So the frame of mind of the president is that the president is stable. The president believes that we must remain law-abiding. And the president also believes that while we are remaining law-abiding, we also should not allow our rights under the laws of the Republic of Liberia to be trampled upon, and we should not allow the government to violate the Constitution of the country.
Thank you very much, General. Delano Tamasa. First, let me
Yes,
say hi to Mr. Jerome Gayman. He just joined us. He's gonna be coming on. Go ahead, Delano.
yes. Thank you, Mr. Gilman. Basically, the first thing, once I see my leader here and the former Secretary General of my great party, I just want to reduce my panelist status and to wear my militant regalia. Once I see my leader.
Sao.
So I don't have question, because the leader has spoken and
Right.
he navigated through various things. But one thing I just want to say, from the bottom of my heart, I'm so grateful, so happy to see the political Maradona once again at the forefront of the barricade. I'm so lifted to see the ultimate, back at the forefront. Currently, as we speak, if you look at the cyberspace, he's the only one that confronting the reactionaries at the
Absolutely.
cyberspace. And I
Absolutely.
want to salute him for that. And we
Delano,
were, yeah,
Delano, I'm not cutting you off, but somebody wrote something like trash today and said, ACAROUS Group been fighting for the CDC like 20 years, 15 to 20 years. I smile. And I said to myself, I took an oath
absolutely.
to defend. This is the first political party that I ever joined. This is the institution that made me politically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not an ingrate. If the CDC asked me to be a sweeper, I will be a sweeper in the CDC. Then I responded. I said, Boyka, I've been 44 years in government. And with the Unity Party. So the Unity Party never had a younger character that had been groomed to run for the presidency of the president. We are only Joseph Boyka. So why are you questioning ACAROUS Gray? Do you have mud in your brain? Are you brainless?
Mm-hmm.
How can you propound an argument? How can they propound an argument that a chairman will say, I will bore hole in your argument?
Yeah.
How can you propound an argument that somebody will bore hole easily? So I told the Unity Party people are not sophisticated propagandists.
Oh,
They are liars. They are not sophisticated. Okay? How do you, like Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, she stayed in politics for many years, she became president.
yeah.
We flogged Joseph Boyka massively in 2017. We flogged him. Today he's president. Yeah? Then you telling us, say, Joey, I'm not be on the ticket. Who are you to determine who will be on the CDC ticket? Who are you to determine that ACAROUS grade? Do I need an instruction from the National Executive Committee member to defend CDC? No. The Constitution of the CDC calls for the defense of the institution by every partisan.
Right.
And
Absolutely.
interestingly, I grew all through the rank and file of the CDC as Assistant Secretary General,
Yeah.
Deputy Secretary General, National Secretary General, spokesman of the CDC, and I became Vice Chair for Political Affairs. And like you want to detach Siri Allen from the NPP.
You can't.
Mm-hmm.
How
You
do you
can't do that.
detach Siri Allen from the NPP?
You can't do
How do
that.
you want to detach Joseph Boyka from the Unity Party?
You can't.
So it means that nobody was in the Unity Party to contest against President Weah after Boyka was defeated. Then they question, they come back, they say, Gray and other people don't have the moral thing to question the government. Oh, but after 2 years, we flog you squandered your opportunity according to Boyka. But Boyka had the moral thing to criticize us. Oh, so the Unity Party that failed the state for 2 years had the moral thing to criticize us. But Representative Gray won 2 elections on a TD. He doesn't have the moral standing to criticize you. What kind of cheap propaganda is that? What kind of cheap analysis is that? So I wanted to comment on the statement. The guys are afraid.
A
Some of
quick,
the
No,
children,
quick.
we taught
absolutely.
them. Let me tell you, I taught some of them in school. I mentor some of them. I do some of them. They know my Jeremy P and I were in early together. The same
Yeah,
class, golden
yeah,
class. We're in early together. Women
Mm-hmm.
pay.
yeah.
The same class, golden class. We're in early together. Though they did not graduate the same year with me because they went Ghana. Okay, the lad that they were chasing them. Okay, so they know that we know each other.
General, quick question. Quick question here
Yeah,
before my friend and brother Jerome Gayman comes in. Mr. Stephen Kier is asking you, are you related to John T. Gray that used to work in the CID?
yeah. Come on, papi.
Yeah, papi? Because Mr. Kier used to work in the CID too. He's
Yeah,
in
you know,
Frederick, Maryland.
my papi trained a lot of people in the CRD.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, a lot of people in the CRD. In fact, they funded the NBR.
The NBI, National Bureau of
Yeah,
Investigation.
yeah,
Now,
they funded it. He was one of the first in the history of the country to be trained at the greatest security ground by then, Scotland Yard. Asking,
Scotland
you
Yard.
know, yeah.
Right.
Okay, he worked
Thank,
with Tubman, he worked with Tobo, he worked with Doe, with the interim administration. Unfortunately, he died the year that I became lawmaker.
thank you very much.
Yeah, one of the boys, he trained Eddie Command and all the boys in here.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, they trained them. Or
That's
Smith.
why you are general.
Yeah, so they don't know the history of the struggle. Yeah, you know, they don't know. Very, in fact, in the Labyrinth Law Board of Record, you know, the man who went to Maryland County and arrested the Boyo people that time.
Right.
I'm probably let our intelligence there. Yeah, so I'm not, you know, you don't talk about your background a lot.
No,
So
you
some of these
don't.
people, they don't know. Yeah, you know, sometimes it was going to ask the question. So the
Right.
foolish people will know that this is ACAROUS great from a very intelligent, genius
Very
background.
intelligent background. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Jerome Gayman. Don't confuse the people. You are Gayman.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, give me.
Honorable,
Yeah.
I want to salute you. You are true to the cause. I have always said this. Some of the calamity that befalls us today, it is because of most of your colleagues in the CDC. When you were going from platform to platform, defending, propagating the cause, you are the only lawmaker that anybody can call on anytime to come up and defend and promote the cause. And what you're doing, most people don't know, is not just, you are not only just defending the CDC, but you have, like you say, you took oath. We all did as Liberian citizens to defend the constitution of that country. The constitution guarantees our freedom of speech, our freedom to assemble, our freedom to petition our leaders. So when Gray is doing this, it's not only to defend the CDC, but it's the Constitution, the principal pillar of our nation. But for some reason, we are now seeing who are the true seditionists. We are separating the goats from the sheep. We know who they are now. By their fruit, ye shall know them. When they were in the legislature, when they were in big government, they had these positions. This particular platform, GHT, will call upon them. It will be like polling truth. I mean, we got to say this. This is the truth. They would rather go to a platform that denigrate the spawn TVs of the world. They will go there and abandon their own bases. Today, those platforms are trying to castigate you as the worst human being, but yet and still, you have the Constitution, the sacred document upon which the country was founded. When you are defending the public trust, The propaganda. I saw the picture you posted today. There are 2 pictures that came out of that crisis. One that had gone, 2 that had gone viral, where the young lady was disrobed, naked. A lady with that picture is all around the world. The second one that you show, where this young lady walking toward the smoke with her t-shirt over her face. You posted that picture today, either today or yesterday, and you hail her as a heroine. Those 2 pictures, President Weah did not have to do much talking. All he had to do was post those 2 pictures, and Echo will see what he's talking about.
This the lady you are referring to, Mr. Gayman, right?
Yeah. This one here.
Yeah.
And the second one was on General Gray's page. A young woman, black pants. I think no, not that one. She had.
That's several of them. I'm just sharing them.
The most recent one, he wrote a tribute to this girl as a heroine. This girl.
Oh, yes. The one talking about that, Mr. Gimen. I think I got it. I'll send it to you. Yeah.
That's correct. Those 2 photos, besides, I mean, everybody knows that these thugs are trying to kill. But that photo of that young girl running into danger among the smokes, she put her shirt over her face.
Yeah, I saw that video. Yeah.
Yes. Not a video, but just the photo, seeing her put her shirt over her face and running into the tear gas.
Yeah.
That is a true warrior.
Yeah.
So when you guys are doing this, and I'm glad that now there's a camera everywhere in Liberia, there's a cell phone everywhere, and these guys cannot hide.
In record time, people get the pictures.
They cannot hide. That police officer, that man with the gun that was shooting, little did he know that somebody was snapping him.
Here is he, right here.
There you go.
Look at this guy.
This guy,
hiding nobody around him, hiding and just throwing things in the yard.
Blindly.
Can you imagine that?
Blindly doing this.
Yeah.
And then there was another one that was shooting a live bullet. This guy here, this guy right here.
Mm-hmm.
When you show the video, you can actually see he going across and he aiming, shooting randomly at anybody. So, Mr. Gray, Honorable Gray, I mean, we are not here to praise Caesar, neither to bury Caesar, but we are here with the fact, what you have done and continue to do. When you and the man who defeated you, I think the margin of error was what, 88 votes or something like that, less than 100 votes.
Yeah, less than that.
There you go. So you have all reason to be bitter, but you are not. You are defending the Unity Party because you are telling them to do the right thing. If they do the right thing, they will take the glory. Yeah. So it's not just you are defending CDC, but if they listen to you and do these things legally, they will be the winner. But they are so blind and myopic. They don't want to discuss the issue. They are attacking, like Plato used to say, when the debate is lost.
Yeah.
Insult is the fool's weapon.
It is.
When the debate is lost, this is what they do. They got nothing to debate. Then you go attack the man personally and say, you know, he was this, he was that, But we are talking about life and death, the constitutionality of this country. You don't want to talk about the rule of law, which is one of your pillows.
It's like, man.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll send you the photos. Check.
Okay.
The rule of law, which is one of the, how do you call it, arrest?
Yeah.
The rule of law. The Supreme Court of the Republic of Liberia rule.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We have separation of powers. The Supreme Court, their job is to interpret the law, and the executive is to enforce the law. The Supreme Court says you lost. You can't take these people out of their job. You, as the executive, it's your job to hold the laws. Then you turn around, you going around circumventing the law. That's why the editorial in Front Page Africa said, I hope you all saw that editorial, said Joseph Boakai, stop this charade
Stop it.
of fighting corruption. You know it is not what you are doing. In the NSA, in the past 3 weeks, one person, they wrote check to one person in the amount of $3 million. One individual. And you're talking about fighting corruption? If you were fighting corruption, what happened to Grace Bay? $500,000 before you guys even got inaugurated. That's illegal from our pension fund. $500,000. That's a crime. $22 million for roads. Mr. Gideon went to the Senate and admitted guilt and asked for forgiveness. That's a crime. The World Bank flagged $8 million transfer as financial debt. And you can't pay the World Bank while you are doing, you are 4 months in arrear. And now they are saying they suspend your access. So, Honorable Gray, I don't want, I could go all day, but you do well.
The IMF have provided a deadline to Liberia in September. Liberia may lost all. Yeah, the IMF. The World Bank suspended us on the issue of loan. Now the IMF now is coming with stringent measures against the government.
This is the young lady.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the photo we are talking about. A brave young woman is running toward the fire.
Yeah.
She's not running away. She's running.
I'm telling you.
There you go.
Mr. Gideon.
These photos speak volume.
Yeah.
Mr. Gideon, you know, when I saw that photo, because these photos were coming up, and then when I saw that photo on my way with this girl, that video, you know, there's a video to it.
Yeah, there's
that particular photo, there's a video. When I saw that girl took off her blast like they to try to protect her face from the tear gas.
Yeah.
And just defending the headquarters.
Running in.
Along with those young guys.
Yeah.
It inspired me a lot. It inspired me to say I cannot sit and see my people at the headquarters being shot out. And I sit comfortably. And leadership was needed, that we cannot go in and inspire them and they're holding the grounds. I had to move in.
Yeah.
Okay, because if these people can take the bullets for us, why we cannot take the bullets for ourselves?
Right.
Why we cannot also take the bullets? Okay, so these are the people for which I stand up for in the CDC. These are the people who inspire me to always fight for the CDC, because the passion for the movement, the love for the movement. Look at the tear gas, look at the smoke at the entrance of the CDC.
She's going in.
How dare you come and say on air a Badak information minister and call these people thugs? The police should be the thugs. The police should be declared as inhuman. Look there. You can see a lot of people there, but the police consistently firing. Look there.
Yeah.
Just a handful of people, the police wasted over 500 tear gas and hand grenades and shot bullets. But these young cadres and revolutionists said, I prefer to die in my headquarters than to see state security forces coming in to execute our people and vandalize.
And vandalize.
That's the history. That's the message that young lady sends to the world. That do the right thing and defend yourself once you know you are right.
There's nothing wrong with defending the right thing or speaking the right thing. No.
And look at the lady. Look at her. Mr. Gideon, if you put that video or you will share tears. Mr. Himan, think about that. What inspired that girl?
Right.
The disadvantage, the
Mm-hmm.
inhumane treatment, the insults they received, the downsizing. You think if you have the vast majority of the population, all the jobs, and Washington, then you think you can run a smooth government? All around the world,
Right.
people try to create opportunities, but not to take opportunities away. That's what government will do. It's not a kind of power and take people from job because it's the seditious. You maintain them or do some reorientation.
Right.
Okay, that's what you do when the citizen came to power. Wouldn't they just on Unity Party people? The over 300 have work or 3,000 have workers or teachers over 2,000. We put them on a status of civil servants.
Right.
We didn't look at them because they are Unity partisan. In the NSA, I mean in the EPS, the chief AD came to President we are today was assigned to Ellen Johnson Study and Boyka there. The lady who used to get Joseph Boyka handkerchief, she assigned with President we are today. Joseph Boyka's sons were in government. Joe Boyka was working at Maritime. Nobody wished on him. Not only that, but his son Tantan, who is member of the Just Gang,
Yeah.
was working to Freeport and NASCO simultaneously. We didn't expose that to say, oh no, that double dipping would take. No, we decided to take one. The dignity. When President William won, he marched to Joseph Boyka house, walked there, and paid homage to him. Joel
Yeah.
went and paid homage. Who would do that move? Who can do that? We provided opportunities. Who in Africa or typical traditional African politician who is the president will serve his major opponent that has 1 week to die? President
How,
William
how many
Joseph
weeks?
Boyka.
He came for, he came,
No, it's true. That
How
nowhere,
many weeks?
1 week, a week. No, the
nowhere.
doctors in Liberia have declared that if the current president doesn't leave the country, he will have a week.
In other African
Yeah,
countries, they will expedite it
President
to
William
make it 3
decided that
days.
President William decided that look, let your son Jojo carry you to Rhode Island to the hospital there.
Right.
Let your son Jojo, Joseph Boyka Jr. carry you. But Jojo could not get U.S. visa because I think he all stayed in America for some time. Yeah, but then he couldn't get U.S. visa. The had Joseph died.
Yeah, Joseph Tar.
Flew with him and we paid not less than 120,000 US at the hospital. Then he came back with new bill. In less than 3 months,
Their cost
you
raised
endorsed the protest
2,500
action
for
against the
him.
government. In less than 3 months, the man endorsed the protest action against the government. Then the men who carried him were in the hospital with him, kissing his clothes, feeding him. He took the job from Joseph Tar. Sometimes I sit, and I know a lot of people listening tonight. You know, sometimes Joseph Boyka and Ellen been friends, schoolmates, work in government together for nothing less than over 40 years. For Ellen to look at that man and say, no, Papa, I got a problem with you. Think about it. It means a lot. For you to look at your friend and say your friend cannot be a good president. Your vice president. You say the man only fit to say yes, sir. Ellen said Joseph Boyka is vindictive. I will say something tonight to you. Jane Colley, the former maritime boss, his father and Joseph Boyka had an argument. Joseph Boyka reminded Jane Colley of that.
Yeah.
How vindictive Joseph Boyka is. Joseph Boyka did the same thing to Edwin Snow. This old man does not forgive, and he doesn't forget those things of argument or disagreement.
Wow.
Yes. Joseph Boyka is an evil man. Josh, we are just brought you from America. treated you for over 120,000. When you came, you brought another bill to carry to 80,000, 180,000. After 2 to 3 months, you endorsed a protest and said, we have must step down. We have protected your sons. Sometimes I look at Cham, you know, Cham and I, we talk a lot. George, we are dream.
Yeah.
Interact, we hang together, we eat together. I always say, if Cham was in government by now, Cham, if your father had in government, and Joseph Boyka had taken over, by now, probably would have been witch hunting Cham. But Joseph Boyka dream, we hang together. All we are done, we interacted with his sons, with his children. But guess what? We did not dismiss them.
No.
As soon as they came to power, they started witch hunting. You will join we are. That's why I told someone, Mr. Gideon, I want to be on record again tonight. That at no point in time, any member of the government or administration, any employee of government was dismissed for insulting President We are. There is no communication. I know again was dismissed by the Minister of General for insulting government officials and other things she did, but not the president. They dismissed over 11 persons on allegation of insulting the president without due process.
Without due process, yeah.
They used the code of conduct and other laws and evidence, but the code of conduct say if there are any allegation against anyone, submit them to the ombudsman. They will investigate those people.
Yeah.
And then they will make the recommendation. But for the CSA boss to come here and instruct an entity to dismiss people, and the next morning having a meeting with Joseph Boyka and calling him Paku. That's an endorsement of Boyka. Everything that happened in the government at Joseph Boyka. We even test corruption here because a gay man raised an issue of 500,000. I was taking to buy vehicles illegally, 8 million. That one we won't touch it tonight.
No.
But Boycott administration was the most corrupt administration in the history of the country.
It's
and
the
to
most.
justify that, the Auditor General, the then Auditor General John Molu, described the Boycott and Ellie-led administration as 3 times as corrupt as the Bryan-led administration.
Correct.
It's on public record for that. The Auditor General of the Republic of Liberia. It didn't want to stop that. Boycott admitted that they squandered their opportunities.
They did.
What is the moral rectitude or moral standing of the Boycott-led administration to chase after other government officials? When the GHT have refused and lack of audit reports from 2012 to 2017, those audit reports, you cannot go on the GHT website and unlock them now because they are devastating, they are dangerous, and we are getting to the point where their audit reports are far as 2014, 2016 with the PSC, the Public Accounts Committee, that holding public hearing. So when you talk about audit, the point you think job we are government alone, I can laugh at them. The German will unfold. Millions of dollars loans were taken from the international partners on account for under their administration, over 150 million United States dollars. The central bank could not account for that under their administration. So you think America coming off the hook? Joseph Boyka office for 12 years was never audited. He spent over 18 million, like Brent taxpayer money. That the man talking about audit. And the audit, the law is very clear that when an audit is done, the audit report is submitted to the legislature and not to the president.
No.
Then the legislature will have public hearing on those reports and make the necessary recommendations to the president. And then the president will call the justice minister and will make analysis. But for the president to flagrantly breach the law by auditors general sending audit reports to the president, and the president acting on audit report to suspend, with all the audit report going to the legislature for review and recommendation, is a contradiction of the laws of the Republic of Liberia, signed by Joseph Boyka and Ellie Johnson Sirleaf. You see, that's why the guys are afraid of ACAROUS grade, because we know the laws. We are
Absolutely.
veteran lawmakers. We know the laws. We know what the laws say. So the old man is in flagrant violation, now using the LSC. So the only argument they can put on now is that Joe we are appointed the Auditor General. That Joe we are appointed the LSCC. What does that have to do with arm twisting the LSCC and the GHT? Oh yes, you are arm twisting them today. They are selected. We have challenged the LSCC to go after current government officials. They bought from public where that rogue. That rogue, the people need very soon will be calling you TV, right to public right there. After the people in Sony want to begin the process. Yeah, we're not going to begin to call you TV, roll. Okay? Because take for example, we committed slavery rule. We committed Johnson Street Road, but now they should have been fixed. The men took $22 million to work on mud roads across the country. The cars are still being stuck. And Boyka committed that after 150 days, after 90 days, cars will not be stuck. And that boy is a rogue. Okay? Western Cluster gave over $1 million for the bombing highway. The man cannot account for that as I speak to you. The man goes to the Liberian Senate and they say, oh, you in error, but go and sin no more. If you are running beyond former government official for procedural errors, why you cannot run beyond Giddings? Here's the Giddings, Giddings. Why you cannot run behind him? Why Joseph Boyka cannot go after him? A minister of state who was not appointed and confirmed minister of state, and Joseph Boyka was not inaugurated, will rent NASCO for $500,000 to pay for vehicles for the president. Who the president by then? Don't Joe was the president? Because Boyka was not inaugurated. Gretchen was not a minister of state. Flagrant violation of broad day blatant corruption. The yellow machines they brought to the country, they said our gift. But guess what? They waived some of our taxes to pay for the machines. The taxes that they should be paying for the machines, we waive it. And it's it's privately owned. How can the government be paying for private equipment? The private entity, a non-registered entity in government, and you took it to the headquarters of the armed forces of Liberia to join the armed forces of the country into the body politics of the country. The armed forces should not be involved into the politics of the country.
Right.
They should never. Okay? Then there's a military act. The 2008 National Defense Act, 3.5 is clear. The military cannot be deployed for operational purposes except the defense minister, the president is consulted, and the legislature. When President Weah was arriving, they deployed the AFL automatically for operational purposes. A violation of the act signed by Joseph Boyka. You know the vice president can sign on the bills. The speaker can sign before they send it to the president, and the
Send it to the president, correct.
So when you talk about nepotism, the man's daughter is appointed as an aide. Mr. Gimme, there's a video that should go viral. That video I sent to you when the police came after the immigration, the DEA people left in the
DEA
shop.
people, yeah.
Yeah, that's a video I just sent to you. When the police came that morning, by 4, 5 in the morning when they were shooting.
Yeah.
There's a lady who has a recording about us and can get her shot in the shooting that the police.
Yeah.
Yes. Mr. Gimme, you need to play that video so that people can know that this was orchestrated. Even before the morning hours, the police were involved into the operation. People have to see that. We can make that video go viral. These people are a group of criminals. Can you imagine? The FDA didn't get raped. I didn't get warrant. They went way to that place Do you know that the clerk was placed into jail? Do you know that 2 DA officers have been suspended and the FDA guy is lying? Do you know that the government tried to cover up
Right.
for the blood, the wounding of people, the shooting of TEARGAS? Do you know that it was planned by few people before Boyka left this country? They agreed to do that. And he got in the
Absolutely.
plane.
We
The vice
reported that
president
here.
got in the plane. He brought them, got in the plane. All of them ran away.
Mm-hmm.
And they told the guys, the 102 in the police, to say execute the mandate. The guy who shot, the ball at the headquarters of CDC.
Yeah.
Okay, in 2011, the 102 who killed that ball.
Yeah,
He led
Kroman,
that
right?
operation. Yeah,
Kroman.
Kroman, yeah, Kroman.
Yeah,
You know,
2011.
Kroman family live right on between 11 and 12th Street in my district. The family that I've helped a lot. Okay, the family live right there between 11 and 12th Street in my district. They killed that boy and buried that boy like a dog. Bury him over in the Mandingo graveyard. They buried the boy like a dog. No befitting burial was given to him. The government buried him. The other 2 bodies they collected. They absconded. And up to now, nobody. We don't know. So I'm just trying to say to you guys, these guys are very cruel. Boyka has announced that the CDC must be dismantled. And you will see to it that the only mistake, I think that I won't carry Boyka to the grave. Let me repeat. An attempt to dismantle the CDC could carry him to the grave, and I will carry him to the grave. One day, maybe he will just fall down. Nobody will harm him. Nobody will touch him. Nobody will harm him. Because if his sickness, maybe the pacemaker he got, you know one of the side effects of pacemaker you can think, right? Are you aware of that? Just Google it just now. That one of the side effects of a pacemaker.
Of course.
Yeah, you can stand here too. It got some side effects. Just Google it now, you'll see it. One of those side effects that fainting, that why he fainted down there. Okay, even God will not permit that to happen to destroy the CDC. Where are you coming from to say you will destroy CDC? Where are you coming from? There's the man who took the country money as president, went for a granddaughter graduation program in America. You all saw that. Okay, that the man who talking about spending government money, that Boyka talking about credibility in the country. The man who saying we're living on loan.
Yeah.
How can you have a party for your wife, a state party?
Yeah.
For your wife, birthday. Then you tell her you hire in less than 1 week. You hire your 50th wedding anniversary. One Boyka started celebrating wedding anniversary in Liberia.
Folks, so
I
you're
get it one
listening
time, but
to
no.
the General ACAROUS
married
Gray.
in Paris. At least.
You've been listening
Oh,
to
wait,
a conversation here.
Yeah, they didn't celebrate the message was living on. At least, I don't the United Party can say, you left when you went Paris. Okay,
Yeah.
Boyka celebrated a wedding anniversary here. You're the ordinary United Party, so you have invitation to attend.
$500,000 spent.
No. Okay, they attended. That by invitation.
Yeah.
Well, birthday at the Centennial Pavilion. Y'all went there.
No.
So what the ordinary parties say? Huh?
Absolutely.
Don't know what I'm saying. Boyka gonna become president to celebrate a web anniversary.
Yeah,
Your web.
Were you there?
Your web birthday. Your web as vice president.
Mr. Gilman, what was the anniversary? The 50th or what?
That 50th.
52nd.
52nd.
So what happened to
52nd.
what happened to 51, 50, the 49, 47, 48? What happened
Yeah.
to all of them?
We know your 50th anniversary. Anything that made me
52nd
laugh.
anniversary, but the woman is 62-year-old.
I mean, that was my big friend.
So you married her when she was 8 years old?
No, I beg you. That one model. Yeah, for me, that one model. Okay, but I'm trying to say to you that every day the more, oh, Joe, we are happy party. Oh, ACAROUS great, get married in France. So what?
Gerald.
Yeah. But
1 second.
Boyka could not give his family that befitting wedding.
Right.
You could not celebrate the anniversary to get a befitting anniversary.
25 years anniversary, we did not see it.
You
30 years, 40 years.
Let me tell you something. I got a picture for Boyka House. Yeah, I'll release it appropriately. You know the old man house is divided into 2 compartments as I speak to you.
Right.
Yeah, where he lives. He spent $500,000 on the house. $500,000
Wow.
on where he lives now, rehab.
Yeah.
At 2 compartments, 1 compartment, and when he can go do a little study, playing clandestine. The other area in front, where people can go most of the time. When I saw the horse, I said, hey, Papa, yeah. You know how the Papa fool the people? He said, oh, that LIBERIA wood I want to use for my chair. Eh? When you go to that house from Jema, all the furnitures that Baka used. Okay? Then I saw normally posting say the Papa say that no, that in one little office. But all the furnitures Baka using from Jema. All the furniture. And what is so laughable, you know, so now I can just smart. But I get your out here with. They play Joe we have bill. They play the man bill to give office to the airport of Liberia. But I said, no, no person might get inside. What do you mean? They play you bill.
Yeah.
They play you bill. They host you bill. That the host you happy for. Then you know what web did? Ah, Lord. They people on serious. The former first, they already built a place, everything will be dedicated. A well one that said, yes, I'm proud and this has been my dream. Now you build it before you say that your dream.
Right.
Now you
Gerald,
build it
thank you.
before you say that your dream.
Thank you very much, folks. We've been holding this conversation.
Listen, a lot of people were serious. They run a ball to ERWA.
Yeah.
We'll feel with a run a ball, everything. But I say, the minute you need to buy the minute get dry out. The minute said, we don't want to run a ball. They run a ball for us.
We're all on your back. We're all on your back for that roundabout.
We are wasting money to unification pack.
Yeah.
Yeah. They bury the BTC. Yeah. And they play the government official and then can go the last time, 2 Sundays ago. Jojo Boyka was there taking picture.
Mm-hmm.
So I got a photo. I say, ask him, say, what I had Papa been a place before? No plans for the young people of the country.
No plans.
No plans.
12
years they could not pay our fees.
12 years
I got
a quick question,
they
man.
can do free school. You know that they charging university to $400 for graduation. They less than $20 they pay for 8 semesters to graduate. Will be I think $260. They are charging them more money than the money they pay for activities fees.
Right.
More. Some of them went to Joseph Parker Hall
It's double.
They sat down there. The papa they didn't see them the next day go in the plane and left. My man picking call me and said the papa wiki in me. You know what? You know the phone now in USA to the embassy? He left $300 there for I think 18 persons.
Wow.
$300 for 18 persons at the embassy at the phone there now as I speak to you.
ACAROUS.
Yeah.
Back to the party headquarters real quick, man. There was almost like a lifeless body that was dragged by the police from the scene. What's the information on it? And again, with regard to people that got injured, let me just learn real quick. People that got injured and they were taken away. Is there any information with regards to those things?
As I speak to you, there's one person fear dead. The guy you're talking about.
Right.
The lawyers, like you said, will file that the living body of that man will have to be produced.
Exactly.
The other people, they are in the cell. The other people have been in the police cell, but they were arranged. Okay, tomorrow, hopefully, we are optimistic that we will get it out. Okay. Even the girl they call Albertine, I don't know whether you heard about her.
Oh, Albertine?
Speaker. Yeah, Albertine. Yeah. Very active.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I think I heard it. Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's the guy you're talking about there.
Exactly.
That's the guy fear dead. So, we need to know his whereabouts.
Exactly.
Yeah, we need to know his whereabouts.
It's incumbent to be known.
Yeah. It's very important.
Yes. Because I tell you what, Honorable Gray, these things, if they are not nipped in the rear part, the fact that the president will be set and go unanswered and go with impunity, it gave room for a bigger situation that's going to happen, and you just be standing there holding your head. This thing should not be. It should be here, and it should be here accountable.
Right.
It was barbaric, and it was very uncivil.
Let me give Apostle Seal the last word here, and then General can wrap up for us.
Yeah, yes. Because
Apostle, welcome. You came at
Apostle,
the tail end.
Apostle.
Yes. Mr. Gimon, can you hear me, sir? How is
Loud and
my...
clear. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. So thank you for allowing me to come on the platform, Mr. Gilmore. The general is on the front line. So I say I must join the general and the rest of the panelists tonight, and Mr. Gilmore to commend him, General Gray. We want to commend you. I think maybe the other panelists have already said that for your resisting politically, and also imparting the real moral value that Liberia needs, especially when it comes to politics and setting the real moral standing in our society. We are very, very proud of you, General Gray. You can see that, you and myself and my reaction towards you in the inner circle and also on the social media. And that is how every citizen is thinking about you and many others who are fighting, especially on the front line. Um, you have said many things. I've been following you from the beginning of the show. I'm very happy. We want many voices like you on the front line. We will not sit down for Joseph Walker to destroy this country. I posted in one of these chat rooms the last time internally, but I'm going to say it now that Walker has brought our country backward to at least 50 years. Liberia has gone back to at least 50 years. President Weah came and he did his utmost best in less than 6 years. Because of COVID-19, we did not get a real 6 years of President Weah because we suffered 2.5 years of global deficiency, because of COVID. So in just at least 4 years, President Weah developed the country. He established a peace. There was stability, internationally, nationally. You saw everything was going, in the right direction. Now we have President. I don't call him president. Now we have Joseph Walker.
No, call him
I will not
president.
call him general. I respect you. I really respect you, but I will not call Joseph Walker. I will behave like Josiah Joker, who also refused. Yeah, general. That is me. I respect you. Forgive me for that. I will behave like Josiah Joker, who refused to call President Weah. How do you call it? President Weah. I will not call Joseph Walker president. Walker had decided to increase nepotism. The government has become a loafer government. Destroying tenure position, denying the Supreme Court verdict, opinion, not listening to the Supreme Court, abusing the rule of law, the increase of violence, especially on opposition, the main opposition party, CDC, all these things, they are deplorable. I will not take your time, General. It's a short intro, but once again, I respect you, General. I'm sorry for that, but Bwaka is not my president, so forgive me.
Thank you, Apostle.
Mr. Gibbon, quickly, let me just ask the general on this. My party business.
Yeah,
But I just want to ask the general on this. Yeah, Homo Gray, how is our party? How is the current SD?
Yeah.
And the acting chairman?
I just want to use it as the closing because
please,
it's after 12.
Yeah.
So basically, our party is great. I can tell you that.
Yes.
One of the things we did was that after the election, we ensured that the president frantically engaged various cells of the party, and which is very important. Listen to the partisans. I understand the reasons for which we didn't get the results that we needed, and asked for many suggestions that they made a lot of suggestions reaching from the district coordinators, leadership, the youth, the women, the various auxiliaries, the county chairpersons, and all of those things, the National Executive Committee. So the president had other conversations with them, and then he left the country in bike. It's a good thing that the president is on the ground most of the time, which is very, very much important. And we appreciate that. But I can tell you the result of the city seat is unbending and unwavering.
Man.
Yeah, nobody can take away what belongs to the CDC. The CDC is like a religion.
Yeah.
It's not just a political institution, but it's a phenomenon. It's spellbound. There's something about the CDC, like the ANC. When they
Yeah.
were in the struggle together, the apartheid struggle, the ANC held together. They sang many revolutionary songs. They stood together. At the end of the day, they remember Mandela.
Yeah.
After being in jail for 27 years, they made him president. So, with the historicity of the political foundation of the CDC, that grassroots-based political institution, remember the late Marcus Matthews said something. He said, the reason why I have come to support and endorse the CDC, he said, not because I believe that I have to, it's a must that I be president. He said, because my vision for a grassroots or through a democratic process to take over the state is being established. For me and members of the progressive forces who were fighting
Yeah.
for a mass grassroots established political institution. And now the reality has set in. It doesn't have to be a member of the then progressive of us. But once the reality has set in and I say the mass-based institution is mandated to work along with them and endorse them and help to guide the process for the presidency of the country. So in the mind of the late G. Vargas Matthew, his vision was accomplished by the establishment of the grassroots-based political institution called the Mighty Congress for Democratic Change. The forefathers of this movement, the partisans and supporters of this movement, are people who believe in a liberation struggle. They believe in the ideology of the party. And sometimes when I look at unity partisans, who are dummies, many of them, will look at sedition and say, you're stupid. Uneducated group of people. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
How can a man who graduated from University of Liberia by 1971 or 72 or 73, Joseph Boyka with a bachelor degree, call people stupid? If you still believe in why you believe in us? How can? How can an inept man like Darius DeLong, a very inept character who lie about $400 ticket just to upgrade his ticket, say he made a machine, how can you respect him? More than some of who sat in classes and do these criminals. How can you? How dare you want to demean and look down on President Weah? How dare you? A man who captured the war in his discipline by then in soccer. Do you think a man who played at the highest level, became the best player in the world, walk on those laurels, you think he's stupid? He's a genius.
Yeah.
Do you know what's a genius? You think Messi is not a genius? Or Ronaldo? Or George Weah that are disciplined? Soccer is part of analytical geometry. Those are all taught. It's critical thinking. How many of them? They call themselves educated people that wrote book for the students in Liberia to read. What the economic book that is being taught about Liberia economy in the classroom? Eh? What the administrative book written by Joseph Boyka that's being taught at the University of Liberia? The educated people, if you say they go on this country, they know more than you. 12 years. Look at Liberia today. 133 unbroken years up to 1980. Look at Liberia today. It's not the same people that spoil the country. They're not just about them from local defense force. Eh? Look at the country today. Wasn't Boyka vice president for 12 years? Then the Unity Party governed the country for 12 years? How many hospitals they built in 12 years? In 6 years, we build more referral hospitals than the Unity Party. In 6 years. In 6 years, we strengthen the educational system than the Unity Party. Unlike that 12 years, we send children to school free.
Yep.
We pay wash fees.
Absolutely.
We did a lot of things in 6 years. the roads that we pave in terms of feeder roads, it says they will compare United Party says that all says that we did more than them. We did more than them. Look at Redemption Hospital. Look at the one in River says. Look at the 100 bedroom that is being constructed in Grand Chile. The Emirate Hospital in Bapolu.
Buffalo.
The Military Hospital. Ralphie Highway. These are all referral hospitals. We extended the Jackson Abdo Hospital in Lima County.
Absolutely.
What more can you say? We increased MCS's budget. What did they do in 12 years that we did not do? Then they dog
And
beginning
what have they done in 8
Dog
months?
beginning in government look at you and tell you, say, you messed all the country. How you messed all the country? 12 years, what did you do? The entire rehab never had electricity in 12 years. The entire rehab never had paved roads in 12 years. But in 6 years, we brought dignity to Joseph Boyka. That live rehab. Those community, very deplorable. They have never seen electricity. They never seen paved roads. We transform those areas. Look at the number of horses who bathe in Grand Chile County. Across the country.
Across the country.
Go to Popo Beach. We save detour that they could not save. Look at it. Look at the parks for recreation and entertainment. Look at the parks. Look at the young people are excited. Go to Unification Park. Beside the one in Senegal, it's second to none in West Africa. Go to the park right here also to FE. That they were condemning where the children go, that kids, I mean, where the children will go. Where the kids will go, where the children will go. The park there, the schools go there. The parents carry the children there. The job we had insulted that he benefit. What he did for them. Thought for the Republic of Liberia. All the roads they want to do in the southeastern region, we already secured the loans. That I knew thing, Joseph Baga was vice president for 12 years. The entire Lofa road, there was no quota on just 0% of the road. Can you imagine? Then when you stand up, you knock your chest, say they VIP launch here, only for me. Yeah, that my one. Yeah, man, Joseph Baga, you're not seeing you build that place. You not know that that place was dirty on you, that play that you have. You're vice president for 12 years. You used to feel comfortable. You were inaugurated 2 times. In 12 years, you used to feel comfortable. Other president can pass through that place.
Yeah. 12
you
years.
used to feel comfortable that whole place. How you used to feel? Then you pass it, you say that for me, your work go dedicate someone an area that the former friend they built, they said it has been my dream. Your dream where? Where?
Thank you very much,
Where is
ACAROUS.
your dream? Yeah, thank you very much. Where is your dream? We're talking about real dream. There's somebody talk about say this has been my dream. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I hope that every week or 2 we need to do these things.
Absolutely.
Necessary.
Yeah, every week or 2 because
we are on here every day.
I keep saying it. I
we
keep
can
that
have
former officials and other people. What I want to say to you, a lot of people are working. Past officials are working. Some people, they're not the radio people.
right.
Some people working behind the scene. Look, let us
But
appreciate everybody.
the platform is open to
Even our
everybody.
lawmakers, they are doing well. They appreciate every one of them.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
I beg you, let us not separate ourselves. Let us not discriminate. Not because ACAROUS come on air, me all but sometimes before I come on air, people send me pieces of information. Sometimes I call our ministries and agencies, former government officials, Ministry of Public Works, what were you doing? Or Defense Ministry, what is it we have? Information, did we do this? So I become equipped. I want to be the Badak information minister. Geraldine Pia. But if I was to call the man Badak, the man started insulting on school. Oh.
Geraldine Pia.
I said I had the guys in the house. Thin skin. You know how many people can insult me, insult my mother?
They don't have that thin skin. They don't have it.
They don't have it.
on my pitch.
Mr.
Can you
Gilman,
imagine that?
We will give one exception here for 1 minute. And I will be very biased with this one. That will be the only color. Comfort
Mr.
Mommy
Gimme,
T.
anytime I come on air, I want you to do one thing.
Yes,
Don't block the
yes.
Unity
Oh, you
Party
can hear
people.
me?
That ain't
Yeah,
no
we can
law.
hear you. Hold on, Comfort.
Oh,
Say that again, General.
okay.
Anytime I come on air, don't block no one.
No.
Mr. Gimme,
I listened to you. I didn't block anybody.
Mr. Gimme, the reason is this. It was
Yeah,
hiding.
it can hide there. Yeah,
You
Yeah.
know,
yeah.
you very with the man, but you still coming on and put that can hide them, Mr. Gimme, and I can call them super ends. Yeah. They can hide them, Mr.
TMT,
That's
Gimme.
true.
Comfort Mommy T.
The way the
Yes,
people
You
was
got
on
yes.
you
today,
got
they
1 minute.
vex,
We out
they
of time.
happy. Yeah.
Oh Lord, I gotta hurry up. Good evening. Good evening, my leader, General Gray. I just wanted to let you know that I'm really, really worried about your safety, the safety of our father and all the CDC members. We see how hard you're working to protect our standard bearer and the people of CDC. And we are so appreciative of it. It is pretty clear that Bwaka and his crew are not to be trusted. They are not bringing the change they promised. This is worrisome.
Right.
So I just want to urge you to please take care of yourself and stay safe. Your knee really reflects your character. This is something you've been doing for years, for decades, for the
Absolutely.
people of CDC and for Liberia. Thank you for everything you do. I just heard you say we got to do this more often. And that's right. You got it right. Jerome, Red said something just now. He said, are you guys still going to be going on Spoon? I hope not. This is the platform you want to come if you want to be heard. So I pray that we do it more often. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Mr. Gimme, Mr.
Yeah,
Gimme.
let me take Miles SP quickly here for 1 minute, and then you sum up in 2 minutes. Miles SP.
Good morning, Mr. Gamer.
Good morning. Welcome.
Good morning, my own sir general.
Yeah, how are you, mama?
That's my own sir general. I salute you, man. You know where I'm coming from, you know where I'm talking from. Don't get confused. So I see you, don't get confused. Don't be like confused. Anyway, I just want to say thank you so much for everything you're doing for our people. I salute you. Thank you for standing for CDC. Thank you for standing for everybody. I was so proud of you when you stood up between that police, that foolish people, when you stood up, when you were talking to them. I watched you live. I saw everything. I'm proud of you. Thank you for standing for CDC. Like you said, we want to be seen on Mr. Gamer Show every day. At least come with the information, the real information. We don't want to see you on Spoon. These people disrespect you on these shows. We don't want to see you there. When we're there, you can hurt us. When we go there to defend, they block us, they cause us, they don't want us to go there because we go there to defend you. Because you can't be defending yourself. We can be honored there to defend you. They can be causing us. And when we go there, we want to tell the blockers can hurt us. But when you count on Mr. Gamer Show, they come there, we count our real arm and ammunition and we scatter them. So we prefer you on the shows where you have your voice. We give you more time and speak. So thank you so much. I won't go long. Thank you so much. Thank you for everything. My own sir general, I salute you. I'm speaking from Australia, and now your team know me. Thank you back.
Thank you very much. General.
Yeah.
Yeah, sum it up for us.
Our family, them all around the world.
Folks, please, we out of time. We don't do shows on Sunday. This is a special edition here.
But Mr.
Please,
Gimme,
yeah.
Let me appreciate all of your panelists.
Right.
You know, my man Apostle, that small proactive man. Yeah, let me appreciate everybody.
Right.
Our duty is to protect the peace and stability of the country, but at the same time, we now renege on our responsibility to protect the Constitution or other laws. You know, Mr. Gimen, in PR strategy, I want to say something to you today. A lot of people don't know. You know, people like us, we go on shows, opposition show and other things. I will tell you why. Sometimes you go there because you want certain message to be sent. It's not because You don't have other programs to go on. Let's be tolerant. Trust me. The last time we were on Spoon, you saw what happened. It
Right.
created the highest viewers. You remember Sunday, one Sunday I was there. Tonight, I just believe that because Jeremy Pierre can't debate me.
No.
Get off. I was going with the second component. Okay, but they say, and I respect them. That is true. That the people, no, they respect people. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
They claim that the CEO support Joseph Boyka. He claimed on record for that. I respect them. But I will tell you, even if the devil invite me on that show, I will enter their den. I did Daniel for them. Mr. Gimen, listen.
Yeah.
Mr. Gimen, sometimes if you don't confront people and engage them, you know, hold them on the issue. They don't discuss issues because they are
No, they
not talking.
don't.
Mr. Gimen, I deal with people on the basis of the issues. If you had that information minister tonight and ACAROUS Gray, I will slaughter him. Because he had provided best information talking about the budget, for example, that was CDC budget, that was not budget. We're going to correct him that that budget was with June and Joseph Baka represented a new budget.
Absolutely.
Yeah. For the information minister to say he's been backing business people around to help fix the error. He's not a collector of money.
Of revenues.
It's not a DJ. So
Yeah.
that gift, under the code of conduct, any gift you receive more than $200 is a violation of the code of conduct.
Yeah.
So the information minister exposes himself on the violation of the code of conduct without declaring that gift to his boss. Then the boss will make a determination who a boss are the president.
Right.
For Keith to answer and he say, oh, they say, well, he's talking about GHT giving you and trying. Then he say, well, and GHT been giving you food to feed people. No. The Indian community and GHT decided that they would feed people. And that food they were giving to the government to feed people, he took on his own initiative to feed the wayward boys. So in that something you were giving to the government that you say GHT then giving you something. It's also a violation of the code of conduct. You understand? To
Right.
say, oh, I'm to the ministry, only one car will make the tourists will make their information ministry. No assistant or deputy minister on our government administer information got a car from Ellen Jones said their administration. They were
Right.
riding their own car until the government time ended, until our administration ended. The car Jamir Ryan, that the car we bought, that ledger who were using and give it to him, they left nothing there. Okay. So keep for asking some question and giving chief. You information minister, you behaving like one gangster. Can you imagine that kind of man that to face and hold him on the issue? I would ruffle him. I would just deal with everything he says, expose the contradiction on the basis of the issues that are. And they wanted him to go scot-free tonight. You understand? That was the game plan. Okay? Then he goes scot-free tonight. Oh, ACAROUS should not appear. I understand that, but I'm not moved. When they invite me, I have the time, I will go there. Trust me. I will still come to the show.
Thank you very much, General.
I will go to other program. They
Let
invite
me
me, guess
squeeze.
what?
Let me squeeze 130 seconds.
My man, I go you.
Yeah, I beg you. Charlene,
Mr.
yeah,
Gimen.
the general wants to leave. The general got to go. Miss
Yeah.
Pratt, let's hear you quickly.
Please, let me say thank you to my general. Please don't go, Mr. ACAROUS grave. Don't go unless I say thank you.
I
You
will
are
wait for
my
you.
hero.
Yeah.
I follow all the activities of you. I follow everything. And I want to say in this manner that you are our hero. We're depending on you. Please, God will be with you. God will be with you always. Please protect our president. We beg you. We hold your foot. Don't get tired. God is with you. We pray on our knees day and night for you. You are our hero. Please. And thank you, Job. Well done the other day.
Thank you very much.
Nothing for you to call me hero. The Unity
You're
Party,
welcome.
we're not like you. I won't be that hero coastal.
The hero retired from advocacy.
I'm your
Yeah.
general, mama.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me be called general.
The
General.
I will
greater
be the
general.
hero then.
Yeah.
Yeah, hero.
Yeah.
A hero
The
there.
greatest general.
Yeah. You know? But you see, the thing, oh, Mr. Gimen. Mr. Gimen, these are the things that inspire us.
Somebody
Okay?
lying.
Somebody lying. Mr. Gimen, these are the things that inspire us.
Right.
Mr. Gimen, you see these ladies, you see the children, they commit themselves to a process. Look at you people. Some people have
Absolutely.
never benefited anything from the CDC, personally.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a cause that we believe in, Mr. Gimen. You left the United States, you came here. Many of you.
4 months.
Okay?
Yeah.
This is what we believe in. It's unbelievable to the Unity Party and against us that sedition still remain committed. Someone that can say,
And they don't like that.
someone that can say, the facility more ACAROUS fini. We're going 8 months. They say that 1 year passed, he finished. But guess what? 12 years in opposition.
You know,
Yeah, 12
ACAROUS,
years in
you're
opposition
gonna
from
sum up. You're gonna
2005.
sum up. They don't know.
Yeah.
They don't know how much Unity Party when it came 2005, how much they started paying lawmakers and ministers,
But guess
and they
what?
expected people to eat their money, their salary with grumpy.
The poor can be in my kitchen.
Yeah.
Malay cholo yeah, Malay chu. Okay, for there I can't have my mouth. Okay, but Mr. Gimen, I listen to the information minister say the inherited people that are making 100 and 125. You know what kind of people we inherited at the Ministry of Information?
$45.
$40, Mr. Gimen, not $45.
$40. Yeah. I'm a people making $38. Immigration people making $37.
I say, I'm telling you today
Yeah.
that what we inherited, $40.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, and the minister's payroll was different from the workers.
Mm-hmm.
Under the harmonization, put everybody on the same payroll.
We got to have more of these conversations, General.
All commissions
Absolutely.
in Liberia, they were not on a CSA.
No.
The governance commission, all of those payroll, we had to put it on a CSA to protect the workers.
Absolutely.
Otherwise, guys, the disaster they were going to cause in this country. But I just want to tell you, thank you very much. And that's what I mean. Join me, my man. I'm drink my tea tonight.
I call you after the show.
I'm bluffing the Unity Party, man. And you know, Mr. Gimen's one, I get to my late picture, I'll flash it. The guys can be fast. You got Mr. Gimen. Mr. Gimen, I grew up through a struggle.
Absolutely.
Mr. Gimen, I have a history. Delano and other people will say, Mr. Gimen. Mr. Gimen, I managed my life.
Yeah.
I made a decision when I would build a house, when I would have a child, when I would marry.
Yeah.
Mr. Gimen, that's my personal life. Mr. Gimen, I knew that I would not be in government all of the time. So I would not take my money and just spend it
and eat grumpy
with all preparing for tomorrow, Mr. Gimen.
Yeah.
Mr. Gimen, I will not be one of those Unity Party officials.
We've defended that here, right, Tamasa?
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
Mr. Gimen.
Behind ACAROUS great back.
Yeah.
Mr. Gimen.
Yeah.
I'm telling you today, Mr. Gimen, it's not boast. Jeremiah Kun. He knows me very well in our businessman.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Jeremiah Kun. These are people who proud of me. They look at me and they say, Great, how you can manage, but we can talk all in my Unity Party lawmaker friends. When we're in the legislature, they will tell you, say, I can't agree, Chinese Japo. I say, yes.
Yeah.
Because Mr. Gimen, you cannot have $2 and eat all the $2 and you cannot save 50 cents for tomorrow.
You can't save 50 cents
Mr.
for tomorrow.
Gimen, I will knock my chest. Unity Party will be 12 years in government, Mr. Gimen. There will still be electricity in my house. Whether LEC, whether generator, whether solar. Okay, Mr. Gimen, God has blessed me.
Absolutely.
I still paying children's school fees. Today, Mr. Gimen, the baccalaureate service for Stella Maris.
Yeah.
My students, some AA, some bachelor degree that I've been taking care of for many years. They will be graduating. Mr. Gimen, we don't say all these things. We've educated the best people in this country here.
Right.
Before I came to politics, some of the groups in Unity Party live with me.
You got people who were training here, say you and they were at SDA together.
Mr. Gimen, there are people who know me for SDA. I took students to my house, to my parents' place, for us to live together. When my parents send me
even more, Ali live with you.
Mr. Gimme, leave that one. I don't need to talk all those things. Mr. Gimme,
No,
Mr.
but people need to know that Mo
Mr.
Ali
Gimme,
live with you.
Mr. Gimme, people were living with me before I joined politics in 2005, national politics,
Yeah.
2004. Mr. Gimme, I've taken care of some of the best. Some of the people who insulted me today from Unity Party, they don't know. So people can just talk, Mr. Gimme. I have taken care of more than 6 to 8 medical doctors and renowned Liberian medical doctors.
Mm-hmm.
People who have become medical doctors today. But Mr. Gimme, we don't say all these things. No, Mr. Gimme, our parents and my mom, she in Upper Derby there. You know how long she been in America since 88? Mr. Gimme, my biological mother there.
Yeah.
People just pass around, they're talking. If one of live in America, when I went there, they hold me, they say, stay. I told my mom, I can't live here. Go ask her.
I know.
Mr. Gimme, we made a decision. So when people talking about it, not government money that care our parents in America. That government money, we were nowhere. I couldn't even work by then when my mother left, I was small. But Mr. Gimme, these things people don't know. All our family in Norway, they left, Mr. Gimme. So Mr. Gimme, we're talking about yeah, your child, your this. Mr. Gimme, I don't want in politics down there.
Yeah.
When Joseph Boyka endorsed the protest, he was there.
Right.
Joseph
Was
Boyka
he there?
children,
Yeah.
were they in the protest? But I ACAROUS great put my left on the line. What I say, I went on the front line. People were afraid recently for me to go to CDC headquarters. I told people that I will go there and I will, in the police fighting tag, I will walk to them to tell them to desist. Okay. Mr. Gimme, I'm not a coward.
Basement
Okay.
from
Gimme,
SDA.
people,
The man training.
Mr. Gimme, besides SDA, I went to Lutheran Training Institute, Benin Industrial Missions, one of the most expensive and best schools. Our parents were selling better ball. Don't know, shortbread, but they sent us people who do that in class.
Right.
You count out the classroom in the real life will begin their leaders. Eh? How can you tell me you think that your parent money can make you pass in school? You think that your parent money can make you who you are if you cannot manage? Okay? But then all can come on Facebook and be insulting us. Can you imagine people that in the academic arena while we're in school would never sit in front of our cows going to talk rubbish? They politics me, all kind of people can insult us. That's why when I look at some people, I just laugh. You don't even know me. You only heard about me. You look at me, you say that one can take in jobs. That one can smoke. I ever smoke before in my life since I was born. I ever?
The first time we hosted you made that statement here. And
but Mr. Gimme, this is reality of life. The how I born.
Absolutely.
Go out more Ali, go ask the other people. That's how I was born.
Yeah.
Okay?
It's
But
a
Mr.
condition.
Gimme,
Yeah.
these people
Yeah,
talk.
it's
You look at me, you call
it's
me,
a
you say
light
I
check
never
from
sleep.
the parties.
Right.
Yeah.
Most children had it in Liberia when I was working
You
at
look
the
at me,
children.
you call me Zogo. Yeah, I'm a good Zogo. Because I lived in the slum of Liberia, but I became somebody. I should be
Right.
the example for your children.
Absolutely.
Your children. I should
Thank
be
you
an
very much,
example,
General.
Mr.
It's
Gimme.
1 a.m. at your
But
end.
thank you.
It's
Yeah,
9
Mr.
p.m.
Gimme,
here.
y'all good night.
Yeah.
Y'all good night.
Okay, goodness.
All right, folks. We'd like to say thank you very much for being there. Thanks to our team of panelists and analysts, Rashad Gosaji Chapin, Jerome Game, Abraham Conant, Delano Tomasa, Apostle Dabasio, Rosalind Wenley, and of course, our great guest on here tonight, Moses ACAROUS Gray, the general. You heard him loud and clear. It was a great conversation, a lot of expose, and of course, a lot of information for all of us. All right. It's Sunday. Need be, according to ACAROUS, we're gonna do more of these. Our lines are open. The platform is for everybody, and we hope that we can do more of these ourselves. Okay. I want to encourage all of us. Let's continue to keep hope alive. Pray for our country. Make sure the country is peaceful. It is upon the Black government to ensure there is peace in the land. We had a peaceful transfer of power from President Weah to Joseph Yuma Boakai. It is upon him and everybody in his government to ensure there is peace in the land. Okay? You cannot do what you are doing, stoking fears in your own citizenry. As a government, stoking fears in the citizenry, and shooting at innocent people and expect them to respect you. It doesn't happen like that. Until then, I've been your host and announcer. You can join us on our online radio. We don't have a radio station in Monrovia that is airing our program right now. We are trying to get one. So when that happens, we'll let you know which one. But our online radio doesn't burn much data. You can use it. The, the link is on our page. I'll share the link here in the video as well. You can use it. And of course, listen to us 24/7. We don't go off the air. Okay? Continue to enjoy the Sunday. And I will be with you tomorrow, bright and early, with another edition of the show. Again, thanks to everybody. To have yourself a wonderful, wonderful good night.